Hush Your Face is coming straight to your ears. A podcast network that's changing gears with the Brand X Pod and Nerd-A-Wells. The Horribly Awkward Pod, Horribly Gamers as well. The Tavern Pod, Joyous Comedy. A 6-pod network family. www.hushyourface. www.hushyourface. www.hushyourface.com.
The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi, this is Normie Late from Zombie Cast News.
This is Scott Clark with the Gaming Outsider podcast.
Hey, this is Sean Iams Fuller from Horribly Awkward.
This is Matt Bradford with the No Sleep podcast.
And you're listening to
Horrible
Gamers
podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 148, being recorded on May 13th, 2017. I'm one of your hosts. Of course, you know me, my voice. I am the Jesus Walks a Lot. And today, I'm joined by two amazing people. First off and foremost, my favorite West Coaster, Gunny Chief, is back. Welcome back, Gunny.
What's going on, bud? How are you?
Yeah, and today, peoples, we have a special guest. Our other two co-hosts could not be here today. The Canadian got deported back to Canada, and Eric, he's lost an 8 Mile. But we replaced them both with one person, because that's all it takes to replace two of them. Just this one guy. You've heard his voice before. He is an original founder of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Welcome back, Brink of Eternity. Welcome.
Hi, guys. Go.
Did you really have to do that? Welcome back, Brink.
Yeah, man. These
welcome.
generic hellos, I'm not sure how to do this. I'm just trying to mix it up. Hey.
Good job.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Oh,
Thank you. Oh, my God.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being on here, Brink. And
It's my pleasure.
as always, you can find our show on Twitter at _HorribleGamers. Also, leave a voicemail at 971-319-1421. There's no voicemails this week, but if you want to ever leave a voicemail, you can just call that number and leave a voicemail. Don't worry, no one's going to pick up. Ain't nobody going to pick up your damn phone call. Nobody wants to listen to you anyways. So just leave a voicemail.
Hello? Who this?
Also, check out our network, Hush Your Face Network. It is something about shows and podcasts. Go listen to their other shows on there. And join our Facebook group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. It is a group. It is a closed group where we all get together now and hang out with friends and family. And we all get to have fun. Guys, we're now over 415 members. I want to say welcome to all the new members. Yeah, welcome to all the new members. This is a big. Every week the list is getting bigger and bigger, and it's a lot of people to welcome. We'll welcome you in the group, and
it's legit now, man. You guys are like a legit podcast now, almost.
We are.
Yeah, we're like a legit.
Thanks for joining, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for inviting your friends.
Yeah, invite your friends, your family, your cousins, your sister, anybody who plays video games that you know will like video games and they're pretty cool people. Go ahead and add them to the group. Also, you could always email us at feedback@horriblegamers.com, and our intro song was made by Fowler and Twistix called The Breakout. Go find them on YouTube, iTunes, whatever tunes, all the tunes. You find them and you listen to that song. It's a pretty cool song. I like it. Anyways, guys, we're here to talk about video games. And video games we shall talk about. Because this week we all play video games. I play video games. You play video games. Guys, I played Sniper Elite 3 Ghost Warrior something. What the fuck is that game called? Sniper
Ghost Warrior Elite. Origami.
It's not Elite.
Why do I
It's
keep
got
confusing
elite
it?
loading times.
Sniper Elite Ghost Warrior.
Sniper Ghost
Yeah.
Warrior 3. I played that game this week, guys, and actually I've been playing it for a couple weeks now since it released. I got a review code from CI Games. Thank you to those guys. So I've been playing this game, and I don't know if you guys are into like an open world game. This is the game for you. It's different. It's not like the other ones where it was kind of linear before. Now it's very open world. It feels like a Far Cry game, to be honest. Like, you get to drive around, you get to see all these like hidden locations. You have to like go to these check marks and discover what's at the check mark. You got to get all the fast travel points unlocked. It's very open worldy. And when you get a mission, so like let's say your mission is to infiltrate a base, you go to the base, and you'll see kind of like a perimeter on your mini map, or even if you pull up your map, you see a perimeter that's kind of like highlighted blue, and that's the area you're supposed to infiltrate. So once you get into the blue area, even if you just drive in there, or if you sneak in there or whatever, now your objective will like pop up, and it'll be a new objective. Your new objective will be like take out all the targets or save the civilians. It'll be an optional objective, or blow up the fucking base, or whatever you gotta do, right? So you do these things. One thing that I found about this game is that people spot you really quickly. Like, I could be 3 blocks away, hiding in a bush with the ghillie suit on, and they're still gonna spot me if I fucking miss one shot. So like
Ghost Recon style?
pretty much they'll like notice where you're at right away. Like,
Yeah.
they all just turn towards you, and they actually start making their way towards you. Even if you're up on a cliff, they'll go all the way around the mountain or around the little fucking hill that you're on to fucking shoot you in the back. And that happened to me the other day too. So I was doing one of the side missions, and the kid was like, infiltrate this base and then get in there and take out the soldiers or the captain or whatever the fuck the guy's name was. So you go in there. I was in there on top of a little hill, and I flew my little drone around, because you have like this pretty cool little drone you throw up. And it reminds me a lot of Ghost Recon, actually. It's a little drone you throw up in the air and you fly around. It tags people and stuff. And they can spot the drone. So if they spot the drone, they'll know you're there. So you got to keep the drone kind of like at a distance or hidden from the people's view when you're tagging them. But I was trying to get a shot on a guy. Like, he was under like this little, like a makeshift little fucking hut thing. But on top of it was a tarp, right? Like a plastic tarp. And he was sitting underneath it. So I flew my drone in front of the tarp, and I kind of like looked at where he was at, and he was sitting down. So I was like, okay, he's not moving. He's tagged. He's sitting down. I'm going to shoot him through the tarp. Well, guys, sorry to say, but a sniper rifle bullet does not go through a tarp.
Is that Kevlar tarp?
Must be. Because, yeah, basically I shot at him. Like, I was, okay, I'm going to line this up. I lined it up, and I was like, because in this game you have to take, like, wind and all that shit into consideration. Like, bullet drop, wind, resistance, all that shit. So you kind of have to, like, line up your shot and see how much the wind is moving, how much you have to adjust to the left or to the right, up and down. So I shot my gun, and, like, all I see is, like, a thing go ding. Like it didn't go through the tarp. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I look at the drone. I go back to my drone view, and my drone was flying. And you see the guy kind of stand up, and he's like, what the hell was that? And he like looks up.
Proof tarp saved my life.
And then he's like, what the hell? And then like, he goes outside. And then first thing he does is look up towards the cliff where I was at. And he's like, hey, he's up there. And then next thing you know, the alarms are going off, and they're calling for backup. And then next thing you know, these big dudes came out of nowhere, and they were inside the house in a room that I couldn't get my drone into. So they came out running, and they're wearing like full fucking body armor, like face mask and everything, man. So I'm taking shots at these guys as they're running. So they're running, and I'm hitting them. I hit a guy in the chest, nothing, right? The armor stopped the bullet. And I hit him again in the chest, nothing. I was like, fuck, dude, like I can't hit this. And I hit him in the head, nothing. So basically you have to keep shooting them until like they go down, which takes like a few shots.
So what? You can't shoot their armor pieces off or something, or
No.
like shoot them in the dick, or what?
You have to keep shooting them. And then their armor will come off, or like they'll weaken it or whatever, and it'll go through. What's pretty cool though is if you're from a distance, or like if you're pretty close and the guy's not wearing any armor, and you shoot him, it'll do that bullet time thing. Like it slows down the bullet, then it zooms in on the bullet, then it zooms in on the guy, and then like you'll see the bullet hit the dude in the chest and just fucking send him flying like 3 feet back. So that's pretty cool. And a lot of the headshots from far away, like if you are far away and you line up a headshot and you take that headshot, it'll do the bullet time thing. And sometimes it gets annoying because you're like, oh, come on, dude. Like, I want to skip this. Like, this sucks. But it's pretty cool sometimes where you take like a pretty cool shot from far away and a guy is walking by and you see the bullet hit him like right in the fucking temple or right in the fucking face and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah. So... yeah, but I've been playing this game, guys, and there's a thing that I'm not liking about it. It has long load times. It is no joke. These load times are fucking insane. They're long, man. They're like 5 minutes long. 4 minutes, maybe.
You're playing on Xbox One?
Yes, I'm playing it on the Xbox One. These load times are insane, dude. I didn't believe it at first. And then I got into the game, and I was like, oh, okay. Okay, I'll wait. And then they're playing like some Russian music or something on in the game. It's like some kind of, I don't know, some Eastern European kind of music. I don't know. I'm assuming it's in Russian or something. But they're playing this music and you're just like, okay, I'm going to sit here and listen to this song. And then you see the tips on the bottom of the screen, like, if you're ever spotted by enemies, you can run away and hide, or blah, blah, blah. Then it started repeating the tips. I was like, oh, shit.
Can't turn those off?
Went through all the tips already and was repeating them. So...
wow.
Yeah, the load times are pretty crazy.
Does it have a story?
It does have a story. The story is you're a Marine, a U.S. Marine. You and your brother were doing some kind of mission in Russia or Georgia. I think it's Georgia where it's at. So you're in Georgia. You're doing some kind of mission. You're in there in the tutorial mission. You're in there, and you're tagging these people, and they're kind of showing you how to like use. You can use like rocks or something like that to stabilize your rifle, so you don't have to pull out your bipod. And it's telling you about your silencer, how your silencer eventually runs out, and you have to repair it or put a new one on it so it could be silenced again, or they're going to be able to spot you easier. All this stuff, right? And sometimes you get attacked by wolves or like animals that are in the map that you're trying to sneak around, and a fucking wolf will come and attack you, so you have to take out the wolf silently or with the gun, and then that alerts everybody else. So it's telling you about all this stuff. And then your brother gets fucking shot or kidnapped or something, and they let you go for some reason. And then I guess the story is you're supposed to rescue your brother. Or like, you're not technically supposed to rescue him. You're there to like destabilize Georgia or something like that. You're supposed to like make it so like the people cause a revolution or something like that. But your personal objective is to rescue your brother. But even though you're being told like, no, that's not the objective. You gotta follow orders. So then, yeah, that stuff.
That's cool.
So this is a first-person sniper elite game, right?
It is. Yep.
Now it runs on CryEngine. So how does it look and run?
It runs okay. I mean, it's not. There's frame rate issues at times. There's times where I'm just like, this sucks. This driving is horrible. The driving is like the worst.
It has that Far Cry 4 type driving where it's that first person type.
Yeah, and it's really annoying. I kind of wish you can zoom out, and because some of these roads are really narrow, man. You're hauling ass in a fucking truck. It's not even a Jeep. It's like a truck, and you're going through the forest, and there's like a little trail that it's like on the map. You see like a little road, but it's a tiny fucking road, man. And you're hauling ass through there, and like sometimes the turns will be like really fucking quick, and you're hauling ass, and you don't see it coming up, and it sucks. But and then I drove my Jeep down the side of a hill and blew it up and killed myself once. Yeah, that sucks. I thought it was gonna. I was like, all right, I'm in a Jeep type truck, so it'll make it down the hill. So I hauled ass and I flew off the cliff. And as soon as it landed on the side of the cliff, it was like, and boom, and it blew up. And I was
and
like, oh
then loading
shit.
screen. And you
yeah. And then it's like
another 5 minute loading screen.
it said you died, and then as soon as it said you died, I was like, oh, okay, well maybe it'll just like respawn me real quick. Nope, loading screen. I was like, you're fucking kidding.
If you
I quit it.
off a cliff, you'll die.
I quit it after that. So, yeah, I don't know.
So
It's a pretty game though. It looks pretty good.
I mean, playing this game, are you wishing that it was not an open world game, or do you like that it's an
Yeah, No, I am wishing that it wasn't not an open world game because I mean I get where they're trying to take the series, right? They're trying to make it so like you have different ways to approach missions or whatever. You basically could do whatever you want. You can go in there with your fucking rifle out and just start shooting people. But a lot of these missions, the main missions, considered like you have to wait for your target, right? So you have to set up shop like a mile away, and you see your little binoculars or your scope, and you see the house that you're supposed to kill somebody at, or some general is supposed to show up and you're supposed to kill him. So you got to send your drone out there and you got to tag everybody. Then it's like, you got to confirm the person's identity. So then they do that. And then it's like, all right, now you have to wait for your target. You literally wait there. Sometimes it'll do like a little bit of fast forwarding through time. Like you see, like it'll turn to like night or it'll turn to day or whatever. But a lot of times you do have to wait there. And like, I don't know, man, I guess like,
I like that.
I just don't like that it's open world. I kind of wish like they just dropped.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
right.
they just dropped you off somewhere, man. Just like, hey, look, we're dropping you off here. Your target is this guy. Take him out. There's a bunch of people at this.
Shoot him in the
base.
face. All right, let's go to the next guy to shoot him in the face.
Yeah, but you're a sniper, man. Like you're not some. It's not like they never say you're like some kind of fucking tier 1 operator or anything like that. You're a fucking Marine sniper, and you're just going there and fuck people up, and then get out.
It just feels like there's been this weird transition with games. Like I remember 5-10 years ago, a game would come out and they'd say, this game has a vast open world. And everybody would be like, oh my God, because that was cutting edge technology. Like this game had an open world. Say what? But now it feels like open world is the easy way out. They've sort of flip-flopped. It feels like, all right, we need to make a game. We're not real sure on the story. Let's just make it an open world. They can kind of make their own story as they go, and it'll be easy peasy. I'm sure it's not that way, but that's what it seems like. And I don't know. I feel like a game like this, I would want a linear, story-driven, action-packed experience. Like a game like this, I wouldn't want to create my own experience with a big sandbox. I want you to give me the experience, and too many games are trying to make me create my own experience,
and I think
it's just not as fun as it used to be.
And personally, Brink, I think this game it suffers from that, because I think if they would have released like a linear experience where you're running around and you're crawling around in a ghillie suit, and even if it's just like one mission where it's super stealth and you have to use a ghillie suit and you have to like have people walk around you, or like have a dog get near you and sniff around and shit, and you're covered in mud. Like, make something very immersive as opposed to something just generic and open world would have been a better way to approach this game, in my opinion.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That I don't feel like I'm a sniper. That's the thing about this game.
Exactly.
I feel like I'm a fucking Delta Force fucking guy in the middle of Georgia. Fucking shut up. Like, that's what I feel like. I don't feel like in this game that I'm like a sniper recon fucking soldier running around.
Yeah, an elite sniper one-man army. Like,
yeah. I don't know.
You hit on that. It needs to be immersive. They need to create that immersion, not give you this big sandbox and say, here, create your own immersion. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, so it does suffer from that. And there's a lot of times in this game where I'm just like, man, I have to drive across the map. I have to drive across this fucking map. And I'm just like, God, I don't want to do this. I don't want to drive across the map.
Is there fast travel after you've been to certain areres?
But there's 5-minute loading screens. So it's like,
I'd rather just drive over there and drive over there faster than a loading screen.
You want to fast travel and load up on the loading screen, or you want to just drive there and get there faster than the fucking loading screen than the fast travel? So it makes no sense to fast travel. It takes too long to load.
Okay. So how big is the open world? And also, are there random clusters of enemies that after you kill and then you walk 5 feet away and come back and they've all respawned? Is it that sort of like Far Cry type of thing?
Is that something where you conquer an area? Where you raise the flag at the end?
Yeah.
You're not conquering areas. You're helping out these guys that are like rebels. So there's this, like, it really feels like Far Cry at this point. You're helping out these dudes. They're like rebels. And the point of, like I said like before, the point of you being in Georgia is you're trying to destabilize the country. You're trying to make it so... Because there's like Russian soldiers there or some shit like that. They look like Russians to me. They speak Russian. So you're killing those guys and you're helping out the civilians when you can. and all that stuff. So I don't know, man. Like this game, it feels like fucking Far Cry,
but not as good.
But not as good. No.
How's like just the shooting? How does the shooting feel?
Feels pretty good. Sometimes when you're using the sniper rifles, it feels like you're really using a sniper rifle. Well, not really using a sniper rifle, but it feels like you have to do a lot of adjusting. And so that's pretty cool. And I know there's a realistic mode in this game. And in realistic mode, it doesn't have any HUD. You don't know. Like, it doesn't show any HUD, and you have to, like, spot your target without, like, any HUD. So, like, it's really hard, right? So you can't, like, if you use your drone to tag people, it doesn't show them, like, on the thing. It's just, you have to remember where the hell they were.
So does it feel like the end of all Gillied Up in Modern Warfare, where you have to seriously adjust for wind and distance? And
yeah, a lot of times, yes.
When you see your bullet curving over distance. Yeah,
when you're far away, yes, it does feel like that. Where, like, you're like, okay, like, you have to look at the wind, where it's headed. And if you're playing on the normal difficulty, it'll kind of show you, like, on your crosshairs, it'll kind of tell you, like, adjust it to the left a little bit, and they'll kind of have like a line on there for you to adjust it to that, to know where to shoot. But if you have it like on a harder difficulty, you could disable that if you want. You basically have to adjust all that yourself, so you have to do a lot of calculating and thinking, okay, so my bullet's going to go this way, it's going to go this way, it's going to drop. Yeah, all that affects it, man. It's pretty cool, and you have to adjust like how many meters they're at. So if they're 100 meters away, your scope is set 100 meters already. If they're 150 meters away, you adjust it to 150 meters. If they're 500 meters away, you adjust it to that or whatever.
Man, so here's my idea. Okay. Ditch the entire game, scrap it, get rid of all the open world bullshit, and turn this into a multiplayer game where you're having to adjust for wind. You have no HUD.
Yeah.
It would be awesome, man.
I don't know, Brink, because the maps would have to be very big, and you would always have those people that just run around and shoot you in the back with a pistol. They're just running around the map, shooting people in the back with pistols. You know what I mean?
Running, disabled.
Nerf the pistols.
Running disabled, so like, what do you just walk everywhere?
No, you can only crawl in prone position.
Oh man,
all over the map.
This does not sound like a fun multiplayer game, to be honest.
A bunch of lizards crawling around.
So yeah, I don't think it would be a good multiplayer game. It doesn't have any multiplayer in it. It's single player only. Single player only. That's all you get. It's kind of weird.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
I'm glad you played this game, but I have absolutely no interest in playing it.
I have some interest. I think it sounds like something I can pick up for, I don't know, $29.
It's a lot like that sniper game that you're playing, Gunny Chief, Sniper Elite, right?
Yeah, Sniper
Just
Elite
that
4.
it's in a modern setting.
That is kind of open world.
And
where
you have a drone, and it has long loading screens.
Mm. Yeah,
kind of open world. That's the key.
Well,
that is the perfect game.
Yes,
just
kind of open world.
It's kind of, because you can go left or you can go right. You can kind of go back and forth if you want to kind of, meet in the middle and get that last objective.
So
linear, but there's still a little bit of exploration.
Just open world.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game is just open world. You could if you don't have to do the missions, you could just drive around the whole map if you want. That's all you want to do, you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I don't know. They do that to increase like longevity.
Yes, I know that's why they do that.
But it does the opposite. It does the opposite for me, at least.
It makes me want to not play the game, honestly.
Exactly.
But I don't know if you're really into sniping and into like realistic, I guess ballistics and all that type of shit in games. I guess I could recommend this if you're really into that. But if you're not ready to invest time driving around and getting used to controls and getting used to everything, I don't know if I could recommend this. It's not for your average Call of Duty player either, because like I said, this game, you have limited ammo. You have to always see like if your suppressor's on, if your suppressor's off, if your suppressor broke, because then all of a sudden your fucking shots sound like a fucking shotgun going off and everybody could see where you're at. And they'll send like helicopters to go look for you, or they'll send like fucking dogs after you or shit like that. So you got to be really careful about stuff like that. But I guess if you really want like a simulation type game, I guess I recommend it. Go ahead and buy it. But yeah, $60. That's crazy. I don't know. It's a single player only game. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, that's a little too high. Yeah, I'd rather stick with Sniper Elite 4 for. I think I paid full price for that.
I've heard good things about that game.
It's good. It's just like 3, except I think they've done a better job with the maps this time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The maps in 3 were okay. I remember that game.
Yeah, I like what they did with 4.
Huh. But, okay. Moving on, guys. I also played different games this week, not just
Plants vs. Zombies. I saw you.
Plants vs. Zombies. My daughter was playing that, actually. I was watching her play the whole time. She went ham, dude.
Dude, your daughter and my daughter should play.
She was killing the fucking zombies and killing the plants, and as the zombies, she turned to the zombies and she was killing the plants. I was surprised how quickly she picked up the game. She just picked it up and started playing. I was like, what the hell? She's like, oh yeah. She's like, yeah, I know how to play this. I was like, okay, how did you know how to play this? She's like, I don't know. It's just easy. I was like, okay.
For me, this is the young kids' Call of Duty.
It's like it really is. She loves that game, dude. She loves it. She's into it. She's like, oh, I want to kill the zombies. Like, oh, they're chasing me, and then she'll respawn, it was funny because she makes decisions that I make when I'm playing Call of Duty. Like, there was this big zombie that came out, and she was like the sunflower plant, or like not the sunflower, but the pea pod plant or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he killed her. So she's like, all right, hold on. She went and she switched the character that she was using to come back and attack the zombie guy.
Now. Oh, I'm coming.
I was just laughing that whole time. I was like, really? She's like, yeah, it'll be easier to kill him. I was like, okay.
I like the Peapod plant. He's got the drone.
Is she running around in the backyard area, or is she playing like the tower defense mode or online, or what's she doing?
She's playing, I'm not sure what mode she's playing, to be honest. She's playing a mode by herself. I don't know if it's online or if it's by herself. It might be online. But it's like where you run around and you do different objectives. Like you just get random objectives like defend this. You'll get missions from like
certain characters. And okay, yeah, I think that's just the backyard area.
Yeah, where like
which is pretty.
Yeah, you like get objectives from like the crazy Dave guy or whatever. He'll be like, all right, go defend this real quick or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Is this PvZ too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the free weekend on Xbox.
Which is also free through EA Access, so...
Yep. That's how
I have it, yeah, through EA Access or whatever. But
it's a really fun game. It's really fun.
Pretty, man. It's a really nice looking game, too. It's very colorful. It's very different from all the other games out there. It just has its own little art style, and it's a very colorful game. It's fun for the kids. I recommend if you have a kid, to just sit down, and if you want to get them into like a shooting type of game where it's not violent, really... you put them into this game and they'll really enjoy it. I mean, it's just Plants vs. Zombies. And there's no.
It kind of gives me that Team Fortress type feeling when you're playing with the Sun Plant. He's healing you and you're going back in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I try to get into it, but I think I died too quickly, like I was playing Call of Duty.
I feel like they really hit the sweet spot with this game where it can be fun for a kid or an adult. I mean, it's just deep enough that an adult could have fun with the different abilities and trying out different characters. And I've been playing it with my 8-year-old, and we've been having a blast just doing all sorts of stuff. So,
yeah, the Horde mode's fun, where it's more of that co-op experience where I didn't like versus. I felt like I'd spawn, like run over, and then boom, you're dead. It's like, forget it. Stick with Horde mode. But I never did pick up 2. I do own PvZ 1.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they get all addicted to the card packs and whatnot.
For sure.
Yeah, you get quite a few. You get quite a few card packs each round.
All right, guys. Another game I've been playing this week.
Hold on, Jesus. We're not ready to move on yet.
Oh, God.
Okay, now we are. Okay.
Keep going talking about your dumb card pack things. All right, next game.
I got the best card pack today.
Oh, no. The next game was City Skylines, guys. I'm still playing that game. Jesusopolis is still growing. That fucking city is legit. I have
city on fire?
No, dude, I have like all the fire departments now. I have like at least 8 fire departments. I have like 6 police stations. I have a bunch of like forest industry growing, and I have a bunch of factories everywhere. I have a lot of apartment complexes now. I went all nuts and like made the center of my city like a huge apartment complex area.
So you're the slumlord of your domain.
No, you see the edge of my city, like the edges of it. Those are all the houses, like really nice houses. Like I have a bunch of houses on a bunch of neighborhoods, a bunch of houses. The city center, I wanted to put apartment complexes there because I had a lot of dead space in the middle, right? So I started just building these grids, these roads, and I made everything a high density residential area. So then the weird thing is I noticed that when I was building houses, I had made new neighborhoods on the edge of the city to build more houses, like more low residential areas or whatever, or low density residential, that's what it's called. And I was going to build those, but when I zoned the areas to build those, they take forever to build houses on those. Forever. I mean, like, days can go by and they don't build houses on there. So I was like, what the fuck? Why are they taking like 10, 15 minutes to build a house on there? As soon as I put down the high density areas, like there was dark green zones or like the apartment complexes, I zoned those areas. Like in fucking 2 minutes, there's apartment complexes going up left and right, left and right, left and right. So I was like, fuck yeah, keep building those because those, more people fit in them. Your population goes up. And every time you hit like a milestone, you get like a huge check. So they'll give you like $80,000, $50,000, $60,000 for reaching a milestone, right? So you reach milestones like 1,000 people, 3,000 people, 5,000 people, 8,000 people, 11,000 people, 15,000 people. So every time you reach a certain milestone of population, they give you like a check, and then they unlock more abilities for you to use. So they'll unlock new police stations, they'll unlock the prison, they'll unlock the bigger nuclear power plants, they'll unlock shit like that, right? So I've been playing this game. I'm going fucking crazy in it. I built high schools now and elementary schools. I need to build a university because there's no educated people in this city. Yeah, it's growing, Gunny. It's growing.
Nice. I never made it that far on PC. Every time I play, I end up going bankrupt.
Dude. I'm going
or everybody
hard.
dies from sickness.
Well, my city is in debt, though. I have taken 2 loans out on the city, so like we owe like $80,000. But we have like $20,000. So, but we're making money.
I think you could take out 2 or 3 loans and then it.
we're making money. We're making money, and I think we'll be able to pay back the loans once we reach certain milestones. Because the loans go forever. Like I have one loan that's like I don't have to pay it back in like 20 weeks, and the game goes by, and the game is counting by day. So if you're building things quick enough and you're getting enough money, you can save up enough money to pay that back in the 20 weeks. Like
now, what's your play style? Do you play like on the normal speed, or do you like speed it up?
You can't speed it up. You can't speed it up. So like it stays on the same speed all the time.
Really, like on the PC version, you can
speed it up. I wish you could on this one, man, because you can't. So like literally, I've been building out my city at the normal speed the whole time. Which is pretty fucking nuts because it's a pretty big city now, and I wish I wish I could show you what it looked like so I can spread it out and fucking show you like how I'm trying to build apartment complexes now on the edge of town, so the workers that work in the factories on that side of town can get to work there quicker, because that's the problem I'm having now in the city where like there's too many people moving in, but nobody wants to work. So like,
nobody wants to commute over
everybody's gonna be fucking on welfare in my city pretty soon because like I have all these people moving into these apartment complexes, but nobody wants to work, and it's like, okay, like what the fuck, dude?
It should tell you on there like, oh, put more commercial.
Yeah, so zones, right? all my bars are pretty low right now. The ones they're going up constantly is the factory zone, the commercial, or not the commercial, but like the industrial zones, right? Those keep going up. So recently, like the last thing I did before I shut it off today was I built a bunch of roads, like a big grid real quick on the edge of city, like on an undeveloped part of the city. Built a bunch of roads there, and I zoned it all for factories. And as soon as I put that in factories, like for industrial zones or whatever, factories went up like fucking quickly, dude. The problem with that is that I don't want to like do that so much near to the city because it fucking pollutes the city, and it drops the land value of the apartments near there, and they don't upgrade, and that's the only
people
crappy
start
part.
moving out. It gets crazy.
So there's that. So whatever. Jesusopolis is doing good. I'm building malls now and shit too. I have like the high density like shopping centers and all that shit, and we're good. We're good.
Sweet.
I played another game this week, guys. It's called Late Shift. It's that movie game. I don't know if you guys have seen it on Xbox Live or PlayStation or PC.
Yeah.
So I actually I bought this like a few weeks ago and didn't play it, and I didn't play. I was playing Mass Effect. I was doing this. I was doing that. I didn't have time to play it, and I finally played it last weekend. And it's about an hour and a half movie, and it's pretty cool, dude. It is pretty fucking cool, guys. So like, imagine you're watching a movie, and all of a sudden, like a timer starts, like a little bar pops up, and you have to make a decision. And you know your decision you make might have certain consequences. So you make it, and then you hope to see it plays out all right. The way the movie ended for me or whatever was pretty fucked up. My guy got fucked over. Like, at the end of it, I was thinking, man, I should have walked away from the beginning. I should have just said no in the beginning. I should have just fucking gave up in the beginning, died in the beginning or something. Like, I felt bad for the dude in the movie at the end. I was like, fuck, I fucked up. But that game is good, man. I don't know if you guys are interested in playing it. I don't want to really talk about it too much because it's going to spoil it for you. The story, it's pretty good. You're this kid who's working at a valet, like in London. It's in London or whatever. You're working in a valet, and something happens, and then you have to continue the story from there. It's good. Just get it. It's like $14 or whatever.
This is not like computer generated graphics, right? It's like real life like movie.
Yeah,
film?
it's like a movie, like a movie. Like they have actors and shit. Like you see people. And, and it's pretty cool because like it'll like a decision will come up, and like it'll all of a sudden like you'll know like as you're making the decision, you see the guys on the screen like kind of standing there like thinking like, what the fuck am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And then you'll click on the decision. And there was times in the movie, or I won't say in the game, but in the movie where you made a decision and you kind of see like the frame. This is really weird the way they edit it. The frame kind of looks funny. You know, it kind of looks like a bootleg movie or something. Like it kind of like glitches out for a second, then it continues. Like your frame rate drops or something. I think that's just because it's calculating the choices you make or whatever.
Yeah, or switching over into the new timeline.
Yeah.
Of what you have chosen.
But the weird thing is they say this game has, or this movie has like 7 different endings, and I got one ending. I'm assuming I got the most common one. So I kind of want to go back and play the other different endings, but I could probably predict like
just a movie. How would it be?
It's just different. I don't know. That's the thing. I already watched it once. Like, if I want to watch it again, I'm gonna make different choices. I could already predict what 2 other possible endings could possibly be like. But there's like the rest. I have no clue what they could be like. Because there's some pretty big decisions you make in that game quite often, where you're like, "Fuck! If I would have not done that, this totally would have not happened. Why the fuck did I do this?" You know, or like if I would have done something completely different, like at a later point in the movie, this wouldn't have happened. You're just like, what the fuck, Jesus? Like, you fucked it up. And there's consequences to the decisions you make, because there's certain choices in the beginning of the film, like the beginning of the fucking thing. If you make the wrong choices here, they're gonna affect you like near the end. And I was like, really? Ain't this about a bitch? Like, what the fuck, Jesus? I was getting mad at myself for the choices I make.
Why'd I touch his butt?
Why did I do that?
How much is it?
Now,
$14 or 15 or whatever. $13.99 or something like that. What are you saying, Brink?
What happens if you choose not to make a decision?
I think the movie automatically makes one for you.
Okay, so you could watch this just like a movie if you wanted to, making no decisions at all.
It just kind of goes default.
Yeah.
I think
that's interesting.
Because every time I was making a choice. It was a timer. Like you see, like a little like Telltale games. You see a little bar going down, like zzz, getting closer to it.
Say nothing will just be the default.
Fucking yeah, and I'm assuming a lot of times you could just say nothing because there was parts in the movie where like I was talking to this girl after some crazy shit happened, and she was kind of mad at me, and she was like, "I can't believe you fucking did that," and you're just like, and then it's like, and on the screen it said, "Okay," or like, "Say nothing," and I was like, "What if I just don't click on either one?" And the dude just kind of looked at her and like stayed quiet, and I was like, "Oh, like okay, like, that's very interesting." But yeah, it's really cool, man. It's really cool.
Okay, can you give us just like a basic premise of what it's about? Like
a heist. Yeah. It's about a heist.
So it's a heist movie?
It's a heist
like
movie.
Like an Ocean's 11 style shit or what?
Kind of. But remember, you start off as a kid in the valet. That's what you start off as, and that's who you are. And I guess that's the character you're making the choices for in the movie. And it's about a heist.
Cool.
I can't say anymore because
$14, shit.
It's pretty good, man. It's like consider it like it'll be cool. I think for you, Brink, because you can have like your wife sitting there, Becca and shit, like saying like, "Oh fuck, pick this one," and you can just pick a different choice, you know, and be like, "Oh fuck, like why did you have to do this?" Like I would have went with the other choice, you know, like what the fuck. But it's a pretty good movie, dude. Like it's really action packed. There's a lot of times in the movie where like there was one scene specifically that I remember very well, where you're talking to some old dude, you're interrogating him in a way, and you can be a dick. You can like shoot him, kill him, or you can just like beat him up a little bit. So like I put beat him up, and the dude picks up like a golf club and starts beating the shit out of this guy, and you're like, oh fuck, that looks bad. Like this is getting his ass beat right now because I made this choice. Like it kind of like it's different in a video game because in a video game it's like animated. Like this is like you're seeing some dude beat up another dude with the fucking golf club, and you're like, whoa, that doesn't look nice. Like fuck. It's really weird the way that I made certain choices, and now it's just like, damn, like fuck, I can't even look at this.
Is this game multi-platform or is it exclusive?
Yeah, it's on everything. It's on PC, on PS4, on Xbox. I'm pretty sure it's on everything. It reminds me a lot of.
It sounds like Quantum Break, like the movie scenes they had, but they just decided to turn that into a whole game.
Yeah, maybe less budget.
Yeah.
Does it seem low budget or is
it seems like no, it actually seems like a pretty good like budget. Like this they have like fucking BMWs and Mercedes and shit driving around in fucking Lamborghinis and fucking they have nice cars. They're all dressed fucking in suits and shit.
Is Samuel L. Jackson in it? Because that's how you know if it's legit.
No, he's not in it.
Okay. Yeah. It's not a real movie.
It's not a real movie, yeah, I know, that's what I was saying. No, none of the actors are like famous that I know of. They might be like in Europe, because like I said, this is like based in the UK, and they all sound British or whatever. But like they might be famous over there. They might be like in some TV show or something over there. But I didn't recognize any of them. And
they're
that
probably
either
all
that
stars.
or I don't watch that many movies, and when I do, I really don't give a fuck about actors. I just like the movie because I like the movie. So I don't know.
All right. Sounds good, mate.
All right.
But yeah, that's all I've really played this week, guys. That movie game, the other game. I kind of wanted to go back and play Black Flag. I don't know why.
I've thought about that a little lately too.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
That's a good game. That was probably my favorite
game.
Yeah, I don't know why I want to play it. I don't know why.
Do it. Just do it, man. Just follow your heart. That's the best way to play games. Just follow your heart.
I guess. What else? That's it, guys.
Listen to your heart.
That's it. That's all I played. Oh, I played some more of that. What's that game that we talked about, Brink? Call of Duty. I played some Call of Duty.
Which one?
Some
Remaster?
Yeah, the remaster, man. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is good.
It is good, but it's full of microtransactions, and it's kind of annoying, but it's pretty good.
It is. Yeah.
It's pretty good. I said I'm done, guys. Go ahead, Gunny. Tell me what you've been playing.
I've been playing Prey.
Oh, Prey.
Still continuing to play that. Yeah, definitely played a lot more of that. It's good. It's got I totally get this like I don't know why nobody's never said it, but I get that like feeling of Dead Space in here. But I mean, obviously, without all those
What about it?
weapons,
Just the atmosphere, or
yeah,
what is it?
yeah. I mean, because there's parts where you can go out of like in outer space, like out of your, this space station. So I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, that's definitely where I get that feeling of Dead Space. A lot of exploration, just on this one station.
Is it a stealth game, or is it an action game, or what is it?
It's action. I wouldn't say it's stealth, because I know last week I talked about how, you can get around the enemy or whatever. I mean, there are some sections in the game where, yeah, maybe you can be a little more stealthy and not be detected, but I think the premise is to actually end up, killing these creatures. Forgot the name.
Is there a skill tree? Like, do you select perks to upgrade your character?
Yeah, I think you can be more stealthier. It's actually got quite a bit of that, where there's definitely a lot more. What is it they have in Deus Ex? I forgot what they called them in there.
Like augments, or
exactly like that. So because it kind of starts off with 3 different ones where you can upgrade your health and upgrade your science, and then there's other ones where, like, once you get higher up, you can unlock different skills where you can mind control the enemy. So I thought that one's pretty cool. You could use like a telekinetic blast or something, and then that'll stun them for so long.
When I hear people describing it, it sounds so much like Dishonored. Even the abilities you're describing sound like the abilities that are in Dishonored.
Yeah, I just wish, what I wish they had a blink in this game.
Oh man, yeah,
so
blink
cool,
is one of the coolest abilities in any game. It really is.
They probably thought this would be Dishonored 3 if we did that, so probably should. But there is like other weapons in the game, maybe, or abilities that can get you to certain areas.
Like
I found
the gun, the foam gun, or what's it?
Yeah, what do they call it? The goo
glue
gun?
Yeah.
Yeah. GOO as in goo. So I wonder if I can upgrade that to where I can put one piece of goo on top of another, because I haven't figured that out yet.
Huh.
So I feel like maybe the weapons might be a little too generic, where it's like, oh, you've got a silenced pistol and a goo gun. It's like, I was kind of hoping for more, but how far am I into the game? Maybe 12 hours? I think it's like a 30-hour game.
So my big question is, I've watched, several minutes, I guess, of gameplay of Prey, and anytime I've ever seen an interaction with an enemy, it's always been the little bat-looking black crawly things, okay? How's the enemy variety in this game? Are you fighting multiple types of enemies, or how does that work?
So if anybody's afraid of any spoilers, you might want to tune out on this one. But yeah, unfortunately, they're all I've found so far are the ones that are like you described, like the spider type enemies.
In 12 hours, that's it?
That, and then there's like another one that kind of floats around. It's more of a blobby type. And then there's some that are like, they've got like this fire element to them. So I'll say that the enemies the variety is very generic. It's not, there's not a good variety of enemies, but I still enjoy it.
So, but what's, it's not the enemy variety, so it's obviously not the combat. What about this game? Is it the atmosphere, the exploration? What's sucking you in?
I think definitely the exploration is sucking me in, and it looks pretty. I like the art design. I really enjoy the art design, because I feel like I like this part where I want to say where your office is. It reminds me of like some super, super cool, like a space station, where it's like, I don't know, like if you took this like grand mall or something, or like some kind of like huge house mansion, and turned it into a modern space station.
Like the Citadel in Mass
exactly
Effect?
Like that. Yeah. I like that. I like that. Just just how it looks.
Okay, so they just did a great job with the atmosphere and making you feel like you're this guy on this space station.
Yeah.
Is it scary? Is it a horror game? Are there jump scares?
There's some jump scares, but again, with that just that one kind of enemy. So it's like, oh yeah, you're one of those. Like it'll kind of play that music, dun dun. Like and then one of those little spider guys will jump out, and then I'm like taking my wrench out and trying to beat the crap out of them.
But they can morph, right? They can morph into other types of enemies or something. Or are they always just crawling around like spiders?
There's just the spiders, and then, like I said, there's the other ones that are taller, like in that human form. That same kind of, I want to say that, like that game System Shock, where, yeah, they've got 2 arms, 2 legs, but they're the same black creature.
Just these black, shadowy, spidery things.
Yeah.
Well, surely that's going to change. I mean, they can't just throw those at you forever.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
have there
far
been any boss battles or anything like that? Like a boss fight?
I haven't run into any boss battles. No, like I said, I've only seen those 3 types of enemies. So, yeah, but I like the fact that it's like, I feel like I'm getting used to, I know where everything is now. Well, most things. And then like you got to get this key card out of the doctor's office to get into this door. And in this door, you're going to come across another door that you'll need like a code for, like in BioShock or something, like a 4-digit pin or something. But you have to go back to this area. But I would say it doesn't really hold your hand. I'm like, where the hell am I supposed to go?
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool. Like you'll say like, all right, I'm going to go back to the infirmary, and it's got these floating square bots that kind of look like a claptrap almost without legs, and they kind of float around, and you could actually click on them and they'll heal you. Like, did you make a doctor's appointment? They'll say every time, I'm like, no, just heal me so I can go back out there.
Okay. Now, you don't have to answer this if it's too spoilery, but because of the similarities with Dishonored, I have to ask, is there sort of like a psychological, psychedelic aspect to this game? Or is this based 100% in reality? Like, you're certain this is happening to this character? Is he maybe sort of hallucinating and these aliens aren't so real?
I don't know, but the story is interesting because I'll answer it with this. You're talking to this computer, and he makes it known that he's a computer. And again, he's in that form of that floating robot. And the other person is, you kind of meet this other person who's your friend, who's like a real life friend. I don't know where he's at. But you do talk to some real humans. You never actually interact with them that I've seen. But I'll get to that in a second. And he's talking to you, and he's saying, oh yeah, come over here. I'm going to help you out. And I remember, that we used to talk all the time or something. It's very vague. And then you'll find out like he's just lying to you or something to try and get you to a certain area. So, like he doesn't want to give you the full story at first. So there's that fish on the hook right there.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of psychological sort of messing with your mind sort of stuff going on.
Yeah. And I thought it was super cool. I like the story so far.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah. That's really
you have to have that in a space sort of setting like that. I mean, that's what makes a great horror movie in space, is you have that psychological sort of tripping balls kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be blunt about it.
So I get that mixed feeling of emotion where I'm like, oh man, am I gonna have to kill this guy at the end? Or is he telling me the truth? So I like that. I like that story so far. And I can't wait to get into it and unlock more doors and find out more about the story.
So is this a red box, or is this I need to sign on right now to my Xbox and spend $60 and purchase this game?
I'm going to say right now, I barely knew anything about this game, just from like little trailers about, Yeah, and I don't regret it. I say spend the $60.
Damn.
I recommend it.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that, man. I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
I recommend it. I think it's a great story. The combat is okay. Now, I'll tell you that I'm playing on normal, and I feel like it's probably a little too difficult. I feel like, damn, maybe I should have set it down to easy. But something keeps drawing me back to it. Yeah.
Well, cool, man.
I think
I'll be curious to hear more as you continue to play.
Yeah, I find it very rewarding going back into it. Like, man, I don't know where the hell I'm supposed to go. Like, should I go check out some YouTube's videos? And I'm like, nope, I'm not going to check out one video. I'm going to figure this out.
Yeah.
And I have so far. I went, oh my God, that's what I was supposed to do. Like, I'm glad I actually stuck with it and, explored more area to find another key to get to where I think I'm going. So
it's funny. I used to hate games that made me go to YouTube and look up where the fuck I'm supposed to go. And then I realized that that's how games used to be back in the day. And they're a game that's forcing you to really think. Like, there's something special about that. Most games just hold your hand nowadays. You know exactly where to do. There's a big arrow, tells you where to go. Hold your hand the whole time.
This one doesn't show.
And it's really cool.
This one doesn't show arrows, but it does show, like, okay, this is the kind of, it'll point you in the right direction. I'll say that.
Yeah. So, like, you kind of know where you're always headed, right? Okay,
but I'll say that it'll point you in the right direction, but then you might get to that area and go, how am I supposed to get through that door? It's locked.
What the hell am I supposed to do now?
Yeah. There is where you really have to think, and I think that's a great part about this game.
Awesome.
Badass.
Yeah.
Badass, man.
I'll say that with just maybe some minor spoilers, I ran into a guy that was like locked in this like room, but it's like a clear, I'll call it a clear prison cell. Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey, come here. He goes, there's an armory right there. You see it? And you can clearly see the door. It says armory. He goes, I got a key. You want guns? I'm like, hell yeah, I want guns.
You want guns, bro.
And so on this computer screen, you're looking at this computer screen and it gives his rap sheet. And it gives a rap sheet about all the bad shit that he did. And there's some things in there. He goes, hey, what are you doing? You're reading my rap sheet, aren't you? I'm like, uh-huh. So, and there's some things in there where he did some pretty fucking heinous crimes against, I won't even mention it, but I was like, oh, there's no way I'm going to let this guy out. No fucking way, right? So these, like, crimes are inexcusable. And I really, literally had to stop and think, like, man, should I let him out? And I would feel terrible, like, if this guy, like, got away.
What did you do?
So what I did was...
Did you let him out or not?
Killed him.
I really wanted the gun, so I let him out. He opened the door, and I beat the shit out of him.
You let him out and then killed his ass.
I feel like that was a pretty emotional moment in that game I've had so far.
It's because he touched children.
I cracked his skull open.
Didn't he?
I cracked his skull open. And really, I had to stop playing the game.
Went ham on some dude and cracked his skull open. He was touching children. I guarantee you.
That's all I'm going to say on that. So yeah, I definitely had a moment in that game.
All right.
That sounds like a very profound emotional experience.
It does.
Yes. Anyway, guys,
Gunny is not the same man.
Did he die when you beat his ass, or did he live?
He was DOA, man. After I split his wig.
Okay.
Okay. What else have you been playing, Gunny?
The other thing I've been playing is Forza Horizon, the Hot Wheels expansion.
All right, so tell me, how much is this expansion? What do you do?
Oh,
People have been going crazy about this expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love how they just announced it. Guess what? Next week it's yours, or 2 weeks.
Guess what, bitches?
Yeah, that was so cool. Yeah, it's the Hot Wheels. These are like longer, plastic tracks that flip up and down. You got the loop-de-loops and
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, $20 I think is the expansion. $35. I would recommend it for anybody never picked up Horizon 3, pay the $35 price of the whatever they call it, the season pass. Because I've been buying everything kind of a la carte. Like I bought Blizzard Mountain. I think that's their snow one.
Yeah.
You're fucking up.
I never played that because I've still been playing the original Horizon 3.
You fucked up, Gunny. You should have just bought
Fucking up, bro.
I don't know. I thought, man, what am I going to buy that
Makes
for?
no
What am I?
sense.
They're going to give you a bunch of cars? I don't care about that.
No, bro. Then they
But
can
no,
give
I've
you
already
fucking
spent-
Hot Wheels.
I've already
Dude.
spent like probably $100 on this game.
Holy crap. On the Xbox subreddit right now, people are going crazy over this DLC. I've seen 3 or 4 different posts of people saying it's the best DLC out of any game they've ever played.
It's totally
So,
different.
What is
It
it? I
has-
mean, like, what's so
What is it?
fantastical
Yeah,
about it? Like, what's
all
so
I've
fucking
seen in
amazing about it?
screenshots is fucking plastic tracks.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so it's Forza, but you're doing loop-de-loops and shit? Like,
We're doing
what's so
loop-de-loops.
amazing?
It also has where what do they have, these like 2 motors where it's got the turbo. It's got automatic turbo set into the certain
On the
areas of the
tracks.
track.
Yeah.
That's something Forza's never had before.
So like,
So
okay, I get it. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
So it's
pretty
Need
cool
for
and
Speed now, basically.
pretty much Need for Speed.
Okay.
Yeah, and it kind of gives you
Okay.
that feeling, man, when that thing hits and then the screen is like coming at you like you're like going into light speed in Star Wars.
That it feels like how you imagined when you were playing Hot Wheels as a kid with the people in the car. felt like.
Yeah, in your head.
You're in the
In
car.
your head, but now you're in the
Yeah.
car.
Dude, okay, now I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Now I
now
get
you
it.
get it. Yeah, that sounds pretty fucking cool.
Dude,
to
you
be
know what would be
honest.
fucking sick if they would have done for this DLC?
What?
Showed like some goofy ass little
Like
kid
big
who
ass,
just
yeah,
looked
like-
huge.
and, like,
yeah,
playing
he
it.
just looked huge. It was like would pick you up and like throw you down the tracks.
That'd be
and shit.
fucking
That'd be insane.
cool, dude.
Yeah.
See, that's why
But it
you
was
should
cool.
go
Like,
work
I
for
was
them,
going up-
Brink. Fuck.
I was going up to those loopy loops. I'm like, what happens when you get to the top and then you just stop? Oh my god, you like fall down.
Oh, you fall off?
Just goofing around. You
That's
fall.
legit. But it'd be
You did
cool,
that?
like to see, like,
You did that, Gunny?
oh, that'd be so
Huh?
cool.
You stopped in the middle of a loop? Nobody
In
does
the middle
that.
of a loop, man.
You did
just
that
see what
though?
would happen.
Holy
There's
shit, you are insane, man.
there's now. I mean, you can fly up the track. They do have like where it's like a regular Hot Wheels type track where like you can bump into the sides. But man, once you're flying,
You're
and
flying.
you come around a turn, you'll just keep going.
Okay, here's my question. If you get wet, does it change the color of your car?
Don't think.
You
it
remember
does.
those cars?
I don't remember those.
Those cars
Well,
were fucking cool as
Those
shit,
cars
dude.
were hype as fuck, dude. You
Now,
get them
fuck
wet,
yeah.
they completely change color? Come on.
That's the dopest shit ever.
That's some
there are-
nanotechnology going on. What is that?
I know.
How do they even do
That's
this?
fucking magic, Brink.
Yeah.
Magic. They use unicorn paint to do it for that.
Plain street magician shit going on.
Yeah. Now there's a few things I don't like about it, and that is where I usually play with what they call the driving line, and I usually use brake
the
only.
green and the red line bullshit. Yeah.
I get
'Cause,
rid of
I don't think you need
shit.
it on this. It's very
It's
linear.
fucking Hot Wheels, bro. You just get on the fucking track and go, man. You fucking go.
But then you got to know where that turn is. Otherwise, you're flying off the track. Or you're like bouncing back and forth and lose control. But it's the same freaking color. The braking line is the same color as the track. It's red. So you can't see that far ahead if you're in like an S1.
I think you're colorblind,
So
Gunny.
you're hitting 90-degree turns at like 150 miles an hour.
Exactly.
Just
Oh, shit.
turn.
Yeah.
You just turn them off, man. You're relying on them too much. You need
Yeah,
to turn them
now you
off.
gotta-
They're a crutch.
You gotta
That's what I need
watch
to
the
do.
track,
Real
bro.
man turns
Yeah.
those lines off straight away.
And you have
Straight
a lot
up,
more fun
son.
if you turn them off. 'cause
Manual
then-
shift,
Manual
Oh,
shift.
fucking
Yeah.
simulating real life
Hell yeah.
going on right now.
And the other negative thing about it is, okay, it comes with 10 cars, I guess. I don't know. I've only maybe had the option to get 3 different ones, but then
Are
there's
these-
your different classes.
Are
It's
these
kinda
Hot
good-
Wheels cars?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it'll be like, oh, okay, so you want to race this race. All right, it's going to be a B class. All right. So really, you're only getting to choose. You could choose any car. Any car you have in Horizon 3, you can use anything. You can use a truck if you wanted to.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
But it's like, oh, okay, choose this one. But
America.
as anybody knows, yeah, if you choose like a B class, you could find something that's like that only has like a maximum of like 4.2 speed.
A stock Honda Civic.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, just like that.
Driving?
Right? Like it's a little 4-cylinder. But then you would think, okay, now the game is gonna like auto level everybody's speed, right, to where yours is. I don't think it does that. I don't know if they need a patch for that. Now? So that's I'm like, this is freaking frustrating because I'm like, I shouldn't be coming in like 8th place. You know, I'm a better Forza player.
I think I found out why you're having issues, Gunny.
What's that? I just suck.
You don't have the plastic wheels equipped on your car. You gotta have the plastic wheels equipped on your car so they go faster on the track.
Yeah.
Have you tried the little the spring launcher? That helps.
Yeah.
Why'd your camera go off? What are you doing?
Yeah, into that weird ass creepy default picture.
What's going
like serial killer picture.
What's going on?
Somebody naked behind me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Some naked podcasting. We support this.
Right out of the edge of the picture, there's like a big old dick swinging in.
Yeah.
You right?
I definitely had more fun once I was like, screw it. Well, I'm not going to use these freaking Hot Wheel cars, even though I really wanted to. Mm-hmm. I mean, I did use a couple of them. I'm like, screw it. I'm going to use the car that I want to, and I had a lot more fun.
Okay.
So I'm like, yeah, I want a Lamborghini or the Porsche or something.
What car do you drive in real life? I'm just curious.
I have a Jeep Wrangler Unlimited 4-door.
Okay.
It's 2013. I love it.
America.
Hell yeah.
Jesus.
And I have a Hummer. I got the Hummer H3.
96 Geo Prism.
Yeah, that's totally what I drive. 96 Geo Prism.
Both the windows are broken.
Mm-hmm. The doors are green and the car is red.
He's got like fucking, when people break their windows and they put like, they cut out pieces of trash bags and shit and duct tape them.
Yeah, I stay away from those cars. I'm like, whoa, come over this lane.
Cheap bastard.
You know how I know in Oregon it's not illegal to have no windshield on your car? I know, bro. I know.
That's why his hair.
You found that out.
Always all flipped up.
Oh man. Anyways,
I recommend you guys pick this up.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. All right, guys.
Go get it.
Moving on. What else?
That's it, guys. Just play those two.
What else? Brink, tell me what you've been playing, sir.
Man, I've been playing all kinds of shit, man. I've been on this weird kick where no game satisfies me for more than like an hour.
Yeah, I get that shit every time.
What's that game like that where your chair gets hot? It's like it's a hot potato game action going on. Okay?
Hot seat?
Hot seat potato action game.
What the fuck are you talking about? What's happening right now?
Shut up. Okay. So I've been playing some game. Okay, first off, I had this crazy experience in Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. Okay. Usually I play bronze. Every once in a while I hop into a silver match, okay? So I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling ballsy. I'm going to play a silver match. It's going to be tough. I'm going to get my best character. My character's going to be specced out. Good guns. I'm going to even put on some like little equipment items to give me like plus 10 combat effectiveness and all that shit, okay? So I joined a silver match with some random people.
Yes.
Okay? Last second, guy switches it to gold difficulty. So I'm like, oh, damn, shit just got real. We're going down in the second round. It's over. We can't do this. We're just some like peons. We're like level 15, 17, 18. We can't handle this, okay? So he switches it to gold. The gold start. We just destroy it, man. It was this crazy magical moment. I got linked up with these freaking Mass Effect gods online, dude.
Okay.
And we just destroyed this gold match. I got like over 50,000 credits out of one match, all kinds of XP and shit. I was like, this is amazing. So I'm staying in there. We do the same thing again, another round, gold round. For the first time I was ever extracted on gold, ever.
Wow.
And we did it effortlessly. It was fucking amazing. It was the most fun I've ever had in Mass Effect multiplayer. Okay? And then it ended. It'll never happen again. It was like this this brief moment of ecstasy, okay? That'll never happen again.
Never happen again.
No, it will never happen.
Don't you worry, we'll get Jesus Team in there. We'll get
So sick.
Shit.
It felt getting extracted on gold is an amazing feeling. It's like, holy shit, this is why I play video games. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking brutal, man. That game is brutal.
It is. And speaking of, a patch just came out for this game.
Really?
They fixed a bunch of the animations in the cinematics.
Again?
They changed like textures and stuff on the faces. They did a bunch of balance changes in the multiplayer, like bunch of balance changes. Apparently, like enemies are much easier to kill now. Just all weapons are stronger, all kinds of stuff. Okay, good stuff. They're supporting this game.
Okay.
Despite the news that came out this week, Mass Effect is dead, blah, blah, blah. They're supporting the game. It's awesome. Okay.
Sweet.
So moving on, as Jesus mentioned, what?
Wait, Freak, I wanted to say that I watched some of those game clips, and I what is that dash move on Mass Effect Andromeda, where it's that stealthy kind of dash move?
Well, there's multiple dash moves depending on which profile you've picked or which character you've picked in multiplayer. If you're using a character that uses the jetpack, he'll just sort of like jetpack to the side. But if you're using like an infiltrator build that uses cloak, he'll sort of cloak and do like a dodge roll type of move while he's cloaked. So it'll look like you sort of dash to the side and go invisible for a split second, and then you come back out of it. Is that
That's
what you
cool.
saw?
Yeah. Those are pretty cool. I was watching game clips on YouTube, and I thought, whoa, what's that? That's pretty neat.
And if you're a biotic, you'll sort of do this like biotic dash to the side. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that multiplayer looks pretty sick.
Dude, the multiplayer it's really fun. I think in Andromeda, the multiplayer may even be better than the campaign. As much as I love the campaign, like there's just something, it doesn't quite have the hook that the multiplayer does.
Do you think also in the multiplayer in this one, I feel like you're really moving around a lot more than Mass Effect 3?
Well, because you have the jetpacks now, right? So you can jump around, do more maneuvers like that.
Yeah. I don't know. It could go either way because now you can shoot over cover and stuff. So you can sort of get in cover and just shoot over it like Gears of War style. Whereas Mass Effect 3, you couldn't do that. Like you had to pop up out of cover and enemies were always pushing you, so you had to rotate around the map. Like that's how you won in Mass Effect 3. Rotate. In this game, you don't have to rotate as much. You can sort of pick a room, hunker down on it, and just wait for enemies to come to you and kill them. So, but I think that's going to change because it's been brought up a lot, and developers are seeing that, and I think it's going to move in that direction. I don't know.
That's how I played the single player campaign. I used to just really hunker down and fuck people up, either from a distance with my sniper rifles, or just hide behind cover and fucking start taking them out.
Yeah, it's this weird balance thing because people are complaining that the enemies are too tanky, but at the same time they're too tanky and they're too hard to kill, but at the same time they're not pushing people enough out of cover and whatnot. So it's not hard enough. So it's like they're too hard, but not hard enough. So the developers have to find this balance to where they're possible to kill, but they're also really aggressive and they're pushing you out of cover and you're having to move and you're having to use those jetpacks and, different height advantages and whatnot. And so I don't know, maybe they'll find it this game. Maybe that'll be something for a future game. Who knows? But either way, it's fun. It's a fun game as it is. I've enjoyed every aspect of it. But anyway, moving on. As you just mentioned earlier, I've been playing some Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I don't know, it just hit me one day. I was like, man, I haven't given this game any love. I need to really sit down and play it. So I played some multiplayer, and I yelled at my TV for the first time in months. Like really yelled at my TV, like veins popping out of my forehead, just screaming, like just feeling the rage flow from my
gripping
loins.
that controller.
Yeah, just and like that classic Call of Duty rage.
Then you went to
awesome.
Then you went to go fold some clothes afterwards, right?
Oh yeah, I was folding clothes. But no, they did such a good job with that remaster. That campaign is absolutely gorgeous. Like
yes,
it's awesome. I sent a message to Jesus and Imes one day. I'm like, this looks like real life. It's sick. Like they did a great job. I played a bunch of that campaign, a few hours of it, and then I played a bunch of multiplayer, and it was fun. It was just like old days, man. Just mindless, run around, just shoot people. Like it just felt I don't know. It just felt more raw and less bullshit to deal with. Like the upgrade system is really simple and understandable. It's just it's not confusing. It's fun. That's all it is. Minus all the microtransactions that Jesus mentioned. They're really trying to milk you.
Yeah.
Those skins,
You can earn
man.
Man, you can earn these skins, but oh my God. After hours of playing, I got a couple hundred Call of Duty points, and you need thousands of Call of Duty points to buy just a gun skin. It's like, holy shit. Like, that's ridiculous.
You got to unlock them with those packs, dude. You get those packs, the 30 coins for the rare pack or 10 coins for the regular pack, and then you unlock the skins like that, but it still takes a fucking long time.
Yeah, but you're not having to worry about all these special abilities and power-ups and
fucking boost packs and fucking wall running and shit.
Yeah,
wall
it's
hanging.
simple. It's good. It's crispy. It's a great freaking shooter. It's one of the best shooters ever, and it still lives to this day.
That campaign is fucking fun, dude. That whole campaign is really cool. The way they switch around from SAS to Marines and back to SAS, it's all that shit's cool as fuck.
Yeah, and it's funny how you experience it differently. Like I'm experiencing it differently now that I'm older than I did back in 2007. That's when it came out, right? 2007. Yeah. So what? 10 years ago. For example, the mission where you're up in the AC-130 and you're bombing the guys down below, and the whole time you're looking through like a thermal screen.
Yes.
When I first played that game in 2007, I hated that mission. I just wanted to get through it. I thought it was the dumbest thing. It was like a waste of time. But this time I absolutely loved it. I thought that was one of the coolest missions. Like I was into it.
Yeah.
You know, listening to the little things these guys were commenting on as I was shooting dudes, and like it was just so cool. I loved everything about it.
That mission is fucking cool. Yeah, and I kind of feel the same way, man. Like this time around, I really enjoyed the Marine part where I think you're invading like Iraq or some shit, right? Or Afghanistan, where you're looking for the dude and you're fucking kicking in doors and you see all these fucking dudes kicking in doors and you're like, oh fuck, he's not in this building. He's gonna keep moving. And like that whole mission is fucking cool. And then in the end, when you're trying to evacuate or whatever, and they're like, hey, we have a nuke about to go off. You guys need to get the fuck out of there. And then you see the helicopter get shot down, and you're like, no, we're gonna get back and fucking get her. And you're like, well, you only have like a minute to get out of there. You better do it quick. So you fucking run down the street and you get the fucking chick and you pick her up and you fucking run back and you're shooting that dude. That whole fucking part is cool as fuck, dude.
I like that part where you go into that, like, where they're going to launch the bomb and you're kind of like down that narrow lane and, you know, guys are popping out and you're popping them in the head. That was the best freaking part. That was probably one of my favorite campaigns.
That campaign is good. Yeah.
It is. It's so good. And this game sort of started it all. It started this trend of like the super cinematic, action-packed, white-knuckle shooter. And still to this day, it's the best out of all of them. Yeah. Like the remaster version, it's better than any of the hundreds of shooters that followed it. Like
Definitely.
It's just so good. And there's a reason it set the gold standard.
You know, and I kind of wish I would see a Modern Warfare 2 remastered because I have a lot of love for that campaign as well. And I feel like just that series, the Modern Warfare series in itself was really well done. Especially the first game. That first game, because you're just like a rookie. You're just like this dude who like, man, he's just a new part of the crew, you know, like you're just running around with Captain Price and all these badass dudes and shit.
Yeah.
That whole
I think we're gonna see a Modern Warfare remastered at or a 2 remastered at E3 this year.
I think we will too. And you know what I think? They're gonna sell it as a standalone game.
What game was it where you're at that you're like in like somewhere near Russia and you're at that Ferris wheel and when you're with the dude and he's kind of like disabled.
It's Call of Duty 4.
All gillied up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the ghillie suit
awesome.
mission where
oh yeah, man. One of the best.
I'm like, oh my god, there's no way I can
actually
one of the best campaign missions out of any shooter ever.
Yeah, you're playing you're actually playing as Captain Price when he was younger.
That was so tense. You're
playing with him.
In a Call of Duty game.
You're playing with him and his like squad leader dude, and he was younger, and you're like, oh, going back in time, and you're seeing why the main evil guy came back, and why you're trying to take him out because he's like some dude you tried to kill like 20 years ago or some shit.
But yeah, the perks, as far as multiplayer goes, the maps are fantastic.
Yes.
Every single map's awesome. The perks are really well balanced. I mean, this is one of the first shooters ever to use the perk system.
Yeah.
And it's so well done. Like, you're having to choose between stopping power or juggernaut or UAV jammer.
Yeah, all that shit.
And like it's a serious decision because it can make or break your game. And what I've landed on is just using UAV jammer and a silencer on my gun.
Same here.
I'm able to flank because everyone's always watching their radar, always, and I'm able to flank huge groups of guys, and it is the best.
M16,
feeling.
dude,
It's
the
so
M16 with the suppressor on it and then the fucking UAV jammer. Dude, that fucking it's the best combination.
And the silent footsteps or ninja or whatever they
ninja.
It's so sick. It's so sick.
Dude, ninja UAV jammer and that fucking M16 with the suppressor on it, dude, you'll fucking kill everybody in hardcore.
I use submachine gun, dude. Either MP5 or AK-74U. Use that with a silencer and UAV jammer, and I'm killing people fast. You know, it feels like I have stopping power on, so it's a good trade-off.
Especially in hardcore, dude. Like, you'll just one-shot kill people. You shoot the M16 at them, dude. Is that 3-round burst? It's always you pull the trigger, 3-round burst. One hit, dude. You just hit them, they're fucking down right away, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean,
the silent footsteps, that's the best.
And there was some yelling at the TV, and that was mostly due to people who would literally go to a corner of the map that's sort of dark and shadowy and lay down and wait. And wait for me to run by. And I'm like Rambo and shit, just running like, and like as soon as I run by, they just and I'm down. And I watch the kill cam, and I'm just infuriated because I can tell that they've just been laying there. It pisses me off. Like, how is that fun? I mean, whatever. I guess if that's fun for you, then whatever. But I just don't get it personally.
That's what we need a run-only mode.
Yeah. If you don't run, you die. Like, if you lay prone or crouch for 15 seconds, you die. Like, why can't they add a mode like that? That would be amazing.
Yeah. Pistols only, run only. Nice.
Even if they're just strafing back and forward, at least you'd sort of be able to see them rather than hiding in a dark shadow like a bitch. But anyways, I played that, and it got me all hyped for Call of Duty all of a sudden, and Call of Duty World War II is coming out, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to play some World at War back and pat. So that's what I did. I played some back and pat. That game's still fun as shit.
Is it still glitched out like it was before?
No, man. For the longest time, it was all glitched out. There were hackers. For the longest time, when you would play that game on the 360, you would see characters floating through the air like gods, spinning around in circles, insta-killing everything.
I remember that, dude. I went back to that, yeah.
Absolute joke. It was a joke. That's all gone. It's completely legit now.
Fixed now? Okay,
There's no cheating. Yeah.
Yeah, they said they were going to fix that years ago, and a
they
couple
did.
years ago, that sounds like they did. Yeah,
they really did. And there was I think there were 7,000 people online. There weren't very many people, but I was able to team deathmatch as always. Was the only mode you could play, but it was fun, man. It was a great time. The only thing that pissed me off was the fucking quick scoping with the sniper. Like, because their shooting was just absolutely insane. They were doing they would hit. I'd see the scope come up, and they would hit the fire button, and in the blink of an eye, I would be dead. And it's like, how is that possible? Is the auto aim really that good in Call of Duty?
Maybe.
I know you've all tried it. That shit's hard as fuck. How are they doing that?
No, the auto aim is pretty good in Call of Duty.
I don't understand.
It's pretty good.
What?
You just have to pull the trigger really quick and zoom in really quick, and then you'll get that shot, dude.
Yeah, I think it's the timing. It's all about the timing. But I always run around with the Thompson with the big round drum on it, dude, and I'm just fucking Ramboing the shit out of everybody. I love it. It's so much fun, man. There's like 40-something rounds in that magazine, big drum magazine.
Oh, yeah.
That's good times. That game's fun. I can't wait for Call of Duty World War II, man. It's going to be sick. And then from there, I'm like, well, I might as well keep going. So then I played some Black Ops back and pat. And Black Ops, man, the OG Black Ops is fantastic. It's super good. They hit on this amazing balance of customization. And this is one of the first games to use Call of Duty, Call of Duty money points. But here's the thing: they weren't for microtransactions. you would get Call of Duty points for playing matches, and then you'd use those points to unlock whatever the fuck you wanted on. And it was
that was the coolest
awesome.
fucking thing ever. And then you can wager it in certain matches. You can wager them or whatever.
Dude, these
I didn't know
major
that.
matches were freaking brilliant.
I remember those. My favorite wager match was the one with the. I think it's called Golden Guns or something like that. Where like you had like one M1911. It was gold or like it was just silver or whatever. It was normal.
Yeah.
And then one shot kill. And the only way to get more bullets was to, if you wanted to save your bullets, you only start off with one bullet. Each person starts off with one bullet and a knife.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you either knife somebody and they have 2 bullets to save for the last kill.
Yeah.
Or you're going to have to shoot those 2 bullets. But if you fucking miss, dude, it was like a knifing challenge.
Sure,
You had to like run at the person and knife them really quick.
It was so good.
Oh, man, that mode was the best.
And also gun game. This is one of the first games. I mean, it's that I can remember. This is one of the first games to do gun game. You can no longer just camp with a sniper rifle. Like you killed someone with a gun, it immediately switches to another gun.
Yeah.
You have to kill somebody with that gun, and then once you work your way through so many different guns, you win. And it's so much fun. It's a blast every time.
The last gun was like the ballistic knife where you shoot the little knives or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
You had to use that. You had to use the snipers. Like you had to be proficient at every style of gun in the game, which was really cool.
Yeah, that mode was fucking crazy. And then you had the hatchet in that mode where if you threw somebody hatcheted you with the fucking throwing hatchet, you'd go back a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Or you get reset or whatever. So like you fucking get reset at like the last moment. You're like, fuck, I got reset. Yeah, or if you got knifed, you got reset all the way back or some shit like that. You're like, fucking A, dude. So it was that fucking that game was fun, dude. And they had that game was one of the first ones to also have custom emblems.
Yes, you could create your own emblem, and it's so cool to be able to see your own emblem and your own clan tag on your gun.
Yeah, and you could put it on your gun.
Switch it on the fly.
Yeah, that shit was cool, man. I remember making some pretty cool emblems on that. I had like a Sonic one.
Oh, yeah. I would nerd out for hours.
Yeah, dude. I went like once. I fucking did like a Sonic one, then I did a few different ones that were fucking cool as shit. Now when you go on there, you just see a bunch of fucking swastikas and penises,
dicks and tits, and but
weird shit.
Honestly, Black Ops backwards compatible still looks damn good.
It does.
It still just feels tight. Like I don't know. There's something about the way that game feels. It just feels really good.
Like
I had an absolutely blast playing it. There were tons of people playing it still. I didn't have any trouble finding matches. It was so much fun. Like I love that game. And like my buddy Danny, who I work with, I went to work the next day. I'm like, dude, download Black Ops right now. We got to play. Like it's just like old times. It's the same game. It's great.
The other game that I want to play too is Black Ops 2 backwards compatible, but I haven't played that yet.
I have it. I have it downloaded. We can play it. I love that game.
I wish I had it, dude. But it's not. It's $50 right now, and Major Nelson released an announcement that they're gonna have a sale here on the 15th.
Yeah.
Exactly. I bought 2 different copies and 2 different season passes for it. For
So
2
I'll buy it
different
when
Xbox
the sale comes
360s.
out.
I'll buy
We
it for
should play
sure
it.
when the sale comes out on it because I'm gonna want to play that.
And as many people lately who have been ripping on Microsoft for not having exclusives, I'll tell you what, this backwards compatible thing is fantastic.
Yeah, they're cool.
I mean, I've been playing Dead Space 3 too. Like I play so many backwards compatible games. I just love it. It's so cool to be able to go back and play my old favorite games, get that nostalgia, get that great feeling, and then move on and play some modern games. Like I can play all the games I've ever bought. It's fucking. Why would you want to not play all the games you ever bought? I don't understand it. Like. You spend all this money, why just throw it away? To be able to have it there is just so fucking
and especially
cool.
if you bought them digitally, you just have them forever.
That is nice. I love that showing up. Hey, guess what's ready to install?
Yeah, like bam.
That game you love.
There's games that pop up on my list that I'm like, fuck, I didn't know I own this. When the fuck did I buy this?
Doritos game.
Yeah,
when the hell did I get the Doritos game?
When the fuck did I buy this?
Oh, yeah.
What the
I saw
fuck?
that.
This is some random shit.
That was a free-to-play deal. That was
But yeah. So I continued on the backwards compatible train after that. I went and played some Battlefield Bad Company 2. The thing about that game is nobody's actually playing it anymore, which is kind of sad.
Which one?
Battlefield
Bad Company 2.
Oh yeah, I did kind of go back to that because I had it on my. I still had my 360 hooked up not too long ago, but I was like, holy crap, there's nobody playing.
Yeah, nobody.
So it's bad. It's a ghost town. It's unfortunate.
That game's
it's a
been
fun
dead
game.
though for a while though. I remember back in the day, it was kind of starting to die off when like Call of Duty started coming up on the map. It kind of started.
I remember when I still had a 360, I would launch the original Battlefield Bad Company, and there would be a lot more people playing that than Battlefield Bad Company 2. So I hope they announce the original Bad Company is backwards compatible, because I feel like it would have a way bigger player base. And
I never played it. I never played it. I never played that first one.
It's
good.
That game has this magical thing with the sound. Like, it just sounds so amazing, and it's goofy, and there's no blood and gore. Like, when you shoot someone in that game, you see a little red bar that pops up, and that's their health, and all you see is like the smoke effects from your gun and that type of thing. And normally I'm like, that kind of sort of takes me out of the immersion. But what they did with the sound and the visuals in that game was really something special. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. What else did I play? Shit. Battlefield, Mass Effect, Call of Duty. I think that's pretty much it for the week. Yeah. I planned on playing some Gears of War. I still haven't finished that campaign. But every time I think of playing it, I just decide on something else. So maybe that means it's not that great. I don't know. I have fun when I do play it. So but The Surge comes out on Tuesday. I'm super excited for it. Like, I totally forgot about this game. It's by the creators of Lords of the Fallen. I pre-ordered it. I'm super hyped. But then I remembered I was going to buy Prey. And so now I'm super conflicted as to whether or not I should get a refund for my pre-order for The Surge and buy Prey, or just stick with The Surge. So I don't know. I'm conflicted right now. I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and wait and play The Surge when it comes out on Tuesday.
Yeah, I got to check out the Surge game.
Yeah, it's like a Dark Souls.
I haven't been keeping up with the latest and greatest releases.
It's this guy who wakes up in this dystopian future, and everybody works with these sort of exoskeletons, and I don't know, it's like he doesn't know what the fuck's going on, and he has to fight his way out of this big facility, and it's very unforgiving, the combat. It's melee combat. And they have this new upgrade system where, like, you can cut off arms and legs and heads and body parts, but depending on what body part you cut off is what you loot from their body.
Oh,
like,
I'll check out some bids on.
There's some interesting mechanics there. Like, it looks like a fun game. I'm excited to play it. Something different. Besides, I've been playing a lot of shooters lately, and I feel like this is going to sort of be what I need to mix it up a bit.
Sweet.
That's it, man.
All right.
I want to play some Battlefield 1 with Jesus Walks Out and Gunny.
We will. Eagle Squad will come back.
Battlefield.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Moving on to the news, guys. We have news for you this week. I have news. You have news. We have news. All right. First piece of news, guys. Some Civilization Revolution 2 news. The original idea for Civ Rev 2 included a zombie and an alien civilization. Back in when the game released in 2014, before it released, when they were making this motherfucking thing, they were gonna add like the zombie mode and alien civilization mode. So it's nothing big. I mean, I don't know why this is such a big deal. I don't think it is personally. The big deal for me when this game released was that it came out only on mobile. So, like, only on iPhone, basically. Like, I don't know. I don't even think it came out on Android, but it might have. No, did you guys play this game? Have you guys played it?
No,
Nope.
is that what that is? Like it is a phone game?
Yeah, no, well, it's a Civilization game, but it's only on phones.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Have you ever played Civilization Revolution?
I don't even think I've
one?
seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you played the first Civilization Revolution?
I played one on the Xbox 360.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the only one, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Civilization Revolution is like the dumbed down version of Civilization. They kind of dumbed it down. I say the dumbed down version because it's oversimplified and the cartoony graphics are way different from the PC versions of the game. So, yeah, but I really like that game, and it's a 360 backwards compatible game now on the Xbox One. which I played recently. But yeah, the new one, Civilization 2, came out a couple years ago, or a year ago actually, and it only came out on iPhone and iPad. So if you want to play it, it's kind of crappy because you have to be on your phone or on your iPad, and I don't really like gaming on that, especially on a long game like this.
I found gaming on my iPad is just the same as on my phone. Because it automatically downloads to the other device.
Yeah, it's just not, to me, it's not comfortable. I don't enjoy it. I don't like it, but whatever. Yeah.
But
whatever. Not my fucking thing. I really don't care about this piece of news. Next piece of news.
It does talk about in that article about XCOM, and I remember I did see that on the iPhone. So, but go ahead, Jesus.
Okay. This is a weird article. Elder Scrolls Collector's Edition book saves somebody's life.
What?
So the Elder Scrolls Anthology may have saved a fan's life over the weekend when it caught a stray bullet that came through the wall of his apartment.
Wow.
What the fuck?
He shared his experience on Reddit, and he says that he was at his desk playing Prey, and soon noticed a cloud of drywall dust in the air, and a bullet hole left to his monitor, to the left of the monitor that he was playing on. He said he started looking for where the bullet had ended up, and his heart sunk when he saw the bullet hole in his Elder Scrolls book.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, that book must be thick to stop a bullet. Fucking shit.
Does he live in Oakland, California? I mean,
I don't know where he lives, but that's pretty fucking crazy though. Like, he is lucky as hell.
Yeah, he is.
I'm looking at pictures of the book right now. That's one piece of fucking cardboard. That's like a fucking...
Did he have it strapped to his chest, or it was just kind of hanging on the wall?
Yeah, he had it like on a shelf or something. Like,
damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's lucky placement of a collector's edition book.
I can't say I've ever had a random bullet come flying from my wall, but
I've been shot at a few times, but yeah, I usually just run.
Yeah, same here. I've ran before. I haven't had bullets fly through my wall. Pretty close.
Yeah.
But never through my wall. Here, let's see here. Another crazy fucking story here. An 11-year-old gets a used copy of GTA 5 and he finds a bag of meth inside.
Lucky bastard.
You have a fun time playing GTA.
According to Havana, Florida mom.
Go hard as fuck on some GTA.
According to Havana, Florida's mom, Kayla McAllister, says her 11-year-old son was flipping through the manual of a used game purchased from GameStop on Sunday when he came across a plastic bag containing a white substance. They called the police, and yep, it is meth. According to McAllister, who wrote about the incident on Facebook, she and her son had visited Capital West Tallahassee GameStop location at around noon on Sunday, May 7th, in order to trade in old games. They purchased a copy of Grand Theft Auto 5, and during the game's lengthy install process, her son decided to look to the game's manual, which is when they found the fucking mess.
I bought this nice little game for my son, and look what he finds.
I think it was like a crazy amount of meth, too. Like, not just like
a little bag, like it
not just like a couple hours worth. Like get high.
Like you're gonna party for a fucking week.
Yeah, get high for a week. Amount of meth.
Yeah, he was.
That's
I
crazy.
think he's probably like, I could be Mary Jane, man. Because that's my thing.
He's a fucking 11 years old, honey. Come on, bro. Come on.
I know. My kid's 11. I'd be mad.
Here's the thing: is what was this 11-year-old doing with a copy of GTA 5?
That's a good question. That is the question here.
Yeah,
that's very important one.
He doesn't.
He went straight to that strip club and just watching them titties.
That should have been the question of the cop to the mother. Like, what game did he find this in? That Grand Theft Auto 5 game. What?
Yeah.
What? What's he doing?
I
playing
love
that?
Trevor. I want to do math just like Trevor does.
Oh man. So so there's that. So just when you're turning in your games, guys, make sure you pull all your drugs out of the copies or the games or whatever the fuck you put the fucking drugs in. Just pull them all out of there. And don't
Yeah.
trade in.
This just in, copies of GTA 5 had quadrupled in sales over the past 48 hours.
Now, new with Crystal Meth.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But GameStop, I noticed that they never check the fucking manuals, dude. Like, every time I've traded in something, they kind of just look at the disc and make sure it's not scratched, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right? And like 5 minutes later, they're putting a tag on it that says $5 cheaper than new, and then they resell it. So, there's that.
GameStop. Yep. Advantage members, $46.99.
If you have the Power Up reward card, bro, you get like $2 more. Like $2 more whole dollars.
You might find weed in here, bro. Buy it.
Yeah. All right, guys. More news. This is the big news of the week. Square Enix has announced that fuck all these fucking ads. Jeez, dude. That they're gonna sell off IO Interactive, which is the owner of the Hitman franchise. So when Square Enix bought IO Interactive, they acquired the Hitman license or franchise. This was back in like 2004 or 2005. So yeah, they bought it, and now they're going to get rid of it. Apparently because Square Enix isn't doing very well in their finances, and they're just not making enough money to sustain another studio like that. So they said, fuck it, we're selling this shit.
Is that, I wonder if that's due to the Hitman sales? I mean, I don't know. I didn't have it followed, this latest Hitman to see how it did sales-wise.
Yeah, I don't think it did very well. It says here that they lost $42 million in revenue last year. So, like, they lost $42 million. That's a lot of fucking money, dude. So I could see why they're getting rid of a whole studio. That's a lot of
they
fucking
probably took a gamble on this kind of piecing it out in 4 parts or 5 parts, whatever they did. Because I know I picked it up pretty cheap on Steam or CD Keys. It was real cheap for the entire game.
Yeah,
that
I don't
sucks
know.
though.
It sucks because it was one of my favorite. It is my favorite Hitman game out of all of them. Honestly, it'll fucking kill me if they get rid of Hitman. But hey, man, things happen like this all the time.
I don't.
Will probably pick them up. It's a well-known franchise, dude. Like, well-known. IO has come out.
Hitman.
Really?
Yeah.
Those games are so good. They're like stealth, and like you have to be really smart about how you kill your targets and hide the bodies and switch out fucking outfits and all that shit. It's fucking cool to me. I love it.
Yeah,
I remember that game was very controversial when the first Hitman came out. Like, seeing articles on the news and shit.
Really?
Not the first one, but I played some of the first ones back in 2000 on PC.
I played the original ones on the
Blood
Xbox.
Money or Blood Money was very controversial.
Yeah, it was one of them where
Is that
there
the
were
one?
news articles about the way you were killing and how graphic it was.
There was one. I think it was Blood Money. The big deal about that one was you kill like a senator, like a U.S. senator or something like that. That's like,
and it had some racial tones in it, but I mean, again, it all tied into the story.
that game is good, dude. And like the whole concept of Hitman Agent 47 himself, it's pretty fucking awesome. He's like some dude. Like, they grabbed him as a little kid from an orphanage, and they basically cloned him and cloned him and cloned him and cloned him and cloned him until they, like, made a person, a human being that had no emotions. That was their goal. They needed a person that had no emotions, they had no feelings, they don't give a fuck about anybody, they don't give a fuck if they kill you, if they fucking destroy you. So this dude is just like a heartless person, and they're programmed to kill, they're programmed to follow orders. So the problem with Agent 47 was he was so good at it, so fucking good at it, but he ended up like fucking caring too much about his handler, which was like the chick who gives you the missions and stuff, like she's your handler or whatever.
Right.
And like he ends up kind of betraying the ICA or whatever and kind of going against them, and then they go after him, and then he kills everybody literally kills everybody. Like, just says, fuck you, I'm going to kill all of you. He kills all of them. And then somehow they bring it back and they get him back to work for them. And it's a weird fucking story, but the concept of him as a person is fucking crazy because they kept cloning this kid like a little boy until they made him like a heartless fucking machine. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like they did a great job with the story even in Hitman Absolution, which came out a few years ago.
Yeah, and then that one, what they did in that one is they did a really good job of telling you the story without you even having to play the other games. Like, you kind of, like, if you were to play Hitman Absolution, you would, like, be like, oh, okay, I see why this dude is fucked up and running around killing people. Like, he's just following orders, you know? They did a good job with that.
Yeah, I love the cutscenes.
He doesn't fuck around, man. Agent 47 does not fuck around.
No, he doesn't.
You're fucked if you see him walking towards you.
Were they going to make a second movie, or just
they did?
Made that?
They did. Okay. They made the first movie, which was without, I forget the dude's name. But then they made the new one, and the new one. I mean, neither movie was good. Personally, I think the first one was okay.
Yeah.
But the new one wasn't that good. I think the first one was slightly better, because in the first one you're like, well, that's not you. Agent 47 is running around and he has to help like this chick out in like in Russia or some shit, and he ends up helping her, and it's kind of a weird movie.
I think it tried to be Jason Bourne in that first one, but it was okay. That first one.
They don't. It's hard to capture like that character in a movie. You know what I mean? Because he's so lethal, dude. He's so fucking like, he's a killing machine. Like he's like nearly impossible to fucking capture. You know? So I was like, how the fuck do you make a movie? Like, this dude's, I don't know, it's weird. But anyways, IO Interactive, guys, it's being sold off right now, so if you guys are interested in buying it, go ahead and put your bids in.
Alright.
Put your bids in for that fucking studio. Let's see here.
It's a great franchise.
More news. I'm opening up the news articles here because, doing that. A Russian blogger has been sentenced to 3.5 years in prison for playing Pokemon Go, guys.
Ah!
That son of a bitch.
In church.
I just play Pokemon.
Ruslan Zokolovsky, a blogger who was arrested for playing Pokemon Go in a Russian church, was found guilty today, the other day actually, of charges ranging from violating religious feelings to illegal possession of a pen that contained a video camera, which he was blogging off of. He was streaming.
A pen?
Yeah, he was streaming off of a pen, bro.
Weird.
You're fucking hardcore streamer when you're streaming off of a
He sounds guilty to me.
Pen.
You should lock his ass up. If you got a pen with a video camera on it, you're guilty of some shit. You're doing some Black Ops missions and shit. Russian
authorities said he showed disrespect for society while playing this game inside a church. So they asked to put him in prison for 3.5 years, and they granted 3.5 years prison time for him.
We should lock him up, put him in the stocks.
3.5 years for playing a fucking video game? Like,
there must have been a rare Pokemon in the church.
He was walking around like a little video. He's up there giving his sermon, and he's over there like, yeah,
like yelling, like, fuck.
Pikachu,
like,
look.
What did you say? Through all his Pokeballs, he ran out of Pokeballs. Like, fucking shit.
My fucking Pokeballs.
Mew, you come here, you fucking piece of shit Pokemon.
That'd be funny though, because it does say here a 3 to 5 year suspended sentence, right? So he's probably like on what we have here, what's called probation or something.
Yeah, and probably.
Like, he goes to see his parole officer. I haven't played no Pokemon all week. I'm clean, man.
How many Pokemons have you caught this week? I swear I haven't touched Pokemon Go. I haven't touched it at all.
I will check your phone right now.
Oh, no.
All right, guys. More news. More news. What the fuck is this? I don't like this news. Don't like that news.
Fake news.
Fake news. That is fake news. I don't like that news. Hashtag fake news. I'm moving on to the next article. Let's open this one up here. Sorry, guys. The news machine is really broken this week.
I broke it.
Fucking Gunny does not do his job right. One job, Gunny. You had one fucking job.
I'm going to blame it on Ryan Gibb. Your fault.
It's your fucking fault. I'm blaming you. Oh, okay, guys. This is kind of a weird... What's up with these weird stories? Someone used Nintendo Famicom cartridges to smuggle 73 spiders.
Famicom, what? Consoles?
I'm a spider smuggler.
Like some exotic
guys.
spiders?
You ever smuggled a spider, bro?
Mexico's federal police found in an airport in Guadalajara, Jalisco, when they inspected a package, they found what looked like 10 normal classic cartridges of the Famicom, like RoboCop 2, Jurassic Park. But inside the cartridges were hollow points where 73 spiders were stuffed into little vials.
Oh.
Okay.
No word into what kind of spiders they were, but, I mean, there's a legit market out there, guys, for smuggling spiders.
I don't know why you got to go through all that work. I just put them in my butt when I'm smuggling spiders.
Right? Plastic baggie?
Yeah, just stick them right up there. I mean, it's the easiest way to smuggle spiders. Everybody knows that.
What kind of?
Like
I got a question. I got a question for
Put it
you,
in my cheek.
motherfuckers. What kind of spiders do you think they would be smuggling?
Like some Spider-Man causing spiders, like fucking radioactive.
Sort of.
Fucking
Like how
Spider-Man.
would they eat inside there? I don't know. That's weird. Like
Spiders don't need air, dude. It's like a little tiny spider. How much air do you think a little spider uses?
I don't know. I can't think of anybody that like would want to. I don't know about collect. I'm thinking like I see these video game cartridges here. I'm like, yeah, I collect spiders too, man. Small ones.
Totally. I collect all these
Oh
spiders.
no! Like, I didn't know there was an underground smuggling
I could
market
just-
for spiders.
For small
I
spiders.
could just imagine some like cartel boss in Mexico being really pissed off right now
Like they're not small enough.
because the spiders didn't show up. They're like, fucking shit! I wanted my spiders today.
I was gonna be Spider-Man, you fuckers.
Like,
No,
some,
like,
some
yeah,
cartel guy trying to torture somebody with like 73 spiders imported from China or some shit, and now he can't torture that person because he didn't get his spiders.
This is probably like it's probably got like some special venom for people that think it's some sort of. It's got some healing elements to it. I don't know. This is weird.
This is a weird story. I'm not comfortable with this.
But it looks like, yeah. I mean, just from the video, like where the guy opens up the cartridge, probably the customs guy, and it looks like, it's got some kind of like meth or something or cocaine like stuffed tubes.
It's the spiders, bro. That's spiders with little cotton balls, and you gotta put cotton balls in there so they don't feel threatened or anything. They don't, they have like somewhere to nestle up against.
Yeah, it's got cotton
You ever
balls
seen that? You could buy
inside.
spiders online, guys. You can buy like the most venomous spider in the world or whatever, and like they'll ship that fucker to you in a little fucking tube of glass or plastic.
So is he just gonna like send this to every ex-wife he has? I don't know.
I'm just saying, maybe you need spiders for some kind of voodoo magic spell.
Maybe the spiders have tiny little bags of meth in their butts. So it's like the
that's
next
what really is going on.
the next dimension of meth smuggle. They never see that shit coming.
They can't arrest you for smuggling spiders, but they will
Yeah,
arrest
you're
you
just
for meth.
you didn't know they had meth in their butts.
Yep, I was just
You're
smuggling spiders, sir. I didn't know.
It's not a big deal.
They told me they gave me $20,000 if I brought all these spiders over here. That's all I know.
They're all harmless.
Guys, there is a super sale that's going to kick off on May 16th for the Xbox 360 backwards compatible. This is going to include games such as Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto 4, Skate 3, Black Ops 2, and other games that are backwards compatible.
Sick, dude.
Hell yeah. We were
You
just
get
talking
Black
about how
Ops 2 and maybe Red Dead.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking games in backwards compatible. There's over 100 games now, guys. It's like 300 games now or something like that, isn't there?
I don't know, it's up there.
And they just keep on coming out. It's
I'm
glorious.
looking at this list of all the backwards compatible games, and there is a lot of damn games. Seems like, almost every Call of Duty's on there now.
And that's And I see a lot of that as part of that Games Pass. So this is great for all these new.
When
Xbox
does that Game Pass thing release?
It doesn't
is
say.
it not already a thing?
Well, it's a thing for preview members, but I don't think it's like a thing. It's a beta.
Oh
thing.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm sure. I wonder if it's just going to be for preview members, and then. Yeah, I don't know if it'll release to everybody who's not in the preview program.
Yeah, I don't. It'll release though. I just think it'll be like at E3 or something like. Well, that E3 is.
Yeah.
Guys, E3 is less than a month away now. Oh shit!
It's gonna be crazy. It's like the Super Bowl, man. Like I'm ready.
It is fucking nuts. I can't believe it's already here. It's basically here.
I'm gonna be there because I'm gonna win some tickets to Xbox Fan Fest.
You're trying to win
Be sick, man. Yeah.
You still trying to win those tickets, Brink?
I put all my cards in, and I'm ready. I'm ready to win this.
You used all
I think it's cool that
all those Bing
it'll
points.
be on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be on Sunday. I don't work that day, dude. Someone legit.
Me either.
Wake
Hell
up, watch E3. You know what we should do? We should all get on a big Xbox Live party and watch it and talk shit about things.
That's
Yeah,
cool
that'd be
because the last couple years.
Can you party? Can you party on Xbox when you're watching a video like that? Can you party up?
Yeah, you can party anytime, man.
Really?
Yeah, I think we did it. I did it with this Xbox Live, but the thing was, it was like me, Wingman, and only like 2 other people because everybody else was working, and I don't work Mondays. So this will be great. It'll be Sunday. I assume most people don't work on Sunday, so yeah, it'll be a lot more of us.
What's your biggest thing that you're looking forward to at E3 besides the Scorpio? Besides Scorpio,
It's just Scorpio.
What is
Nothing.
one
Nothing
thing?
else.
What is one thing that you want to see at E3? I want to see. What the fuck do I want to see? That's a good question.
I want to see gameplay from the new Star Wars Battlefront game.
Fuck, that game's gonna be so pretty.
Destiny 2. I want to see.
I'm
I
anticipating
want to see Halo 6 and 4K HDR on the Scorpio. Or, I mean Halo 5 because they won't show Halo 6 yet. But.
For me, I don't have any game in particular that I'm looking forward to. I mean, as far as I just want to see what's new. I mean, that's for me. I don't care if it's
New shit.
Xbox, PlayStation, PC,
New headsets, controllers,
yeah,
new hardware.
I want to see a new Rise game, but I know they're not gonna do that. But I really wish that like somehow, some way, Microsoft convinced them to do another Rise game. Now maybe a sequel, or maybe like a complete different like Warrior on a different timeline, like. Not even the Romans, or maybe go the Romans, but back when they're fighting someone else, or do like the Persian army, do something crazy, like the fucking Spartans or something. Dude. I don't know, something nuts.
Keep Rise, and just do every freaking badass war civilization.
Civilization. You know, like fucking Vikings and shit like that. It'd be so cool.
Yeah, Rise, something Viking.
Yeah, I am looking forward to. I'm looking forward to. Obviously the Scorpio, and I get my 4K TV in probably August of this year, so that's not far away.
I'm excited. I'm so excited, dude. Fuck, it's gonna be crazy.
Then my Scorpio in November.
You know it's gonna be depressing as hell when E3's over and then we gotta wait like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, for Scorpio. And all we're gonna hear is people talking shit about the price and people not wanting to pre-order. Yeah, I'm already gonna. Yeah, I'm excited to see the price.
Just say it releases now. Just buy it. Like go on.
What if they did that?
Right,
what if they did that? That would be fucking crazy. The internet would blow up.
It would blow up.
I would have to hurry up and pre-order. Like
would blow up.
The internet would. The internet would. What if they said like available next week? Like what the fuck? People would go fucking nuts.
Right now.
I want to see Forza 7 in 4K.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a granted one. Like Hot Wheels Forza 7.
I want to see new IPs, man.
Me too. New IPs.
Some new shit.
What kind of new IP shit. Though? What kind of new IP? Like what's?
I want a new amazing semi-open world RPG. Like Actually, if it's going to be, I'll even take a full-blown open world Witcher 4. I'd take that because Witcher did it right.
That's what I want. I want a story-enriched RPG.
Yeah, enriched, baby.
That's a good word.
Yeah. I want to see some Red Dead too.
Yeah. There won't be a new Battlefield.
That sucks.
No, but there will be the Battlefront. I'm sure. I mean, what's the new? Oh, there's going to be Call of Duty World War II.
But I don't think they're not going to show that off at the Xbox conference. That's so.
There's going to be a new Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. There won't be a new Gears, will there?
What about what about a new Far Cry? Had they said anything about that? It's been 2 years. Far Cry 5?
I'm thinking they're going to remaster Far Cry 3. Because recently Ubisoft has been tweeting out like pictures of fucking Voss and shit like that. You know?
What was that last Far Cry they did?
4.
That was
or Primal.
No, I mean there was that
Primal, right?
Primal. Yeah, and I guess they talked about a Primal too, or there's rumored.
I think they're gonna remaster Far Cry 3.
Voss. So
they did say there's gonna be an unannounced huge AAA game coming out that Microsoft has the advertising rights for. I think they may announce another Tomb Raider because there's a Tomb Raider movie coming out. I think they're going to announce another Tomb Raider, and Microsoft will have the advertising rights for that, sort of like Sony has with Destiny.
Yeah.
And like they did with the last Rise of the Tomb Raider, how it was exclusive for like what?
It'll be on
6
their
months,
stage, yeah,
a year.
Well, we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what happens, man. I don't know. I'm excited for E3, and I'm excited to see what Sony has up their sleeve because they've been very quiet.
Man, they're brewing up something.
They're gonna come out with some crazy shit. They're gonna come out.
Yeah.
All these games available next week, and then fireworks are gonna go off, and fucking
they're gonna show the game with no date. But they're going to be like showing all these crazy ass trippy games that are coming out in 2022 and shit.
I'm not going to lie, that Detroit game that they're making, that fucking Detroit Become Human game looks fucking cool as fuck.
It does,
dude,
yeah.
I can tell you right now, after their conference of showing all these games like God of War, and they're going to show like a 20-minute promo of The Last of Us 2. They just are. And after that, at the very end of the conference, they're going to show some like cryptic semi-announcement of the PS5.
I bet you they'll show.
They have to.
They're gonna show like an outline of a controller and like the X, triangle, circle, square thing, and they're gonna be like, "More coming soon" or some bullshit like that. You're gonna be like, "What?"
PS5, and then he's gonna drop the mic,
and then they're gonna be like,
blowing.
Right?
We're gonna be
on fire.
And then all it's gonna say, and then on the screen, all the screen is gonna pop up. It's gonna say 10 teraflops.
Oh, yeah.
And then the fucking world is gonna go fucking crazy.
And you'll only see one
they're just
comment
gonna strip all their clothes off and start hugging each other.
We have 10 teraflops on, and everybody's gonna go fucking crazy. And then there's a marching band.
Butter all over each other.
And then they're gonna the cameras are gonna turn over to the right, and you're gonna see Major Nelson and Phil Spencer like just crying.
Yeah, they're just crying in each other's
head in their hands, right? And just one comment, guys. One.
And like the camera zooms in on them, and they're just crying in each other's arms.
But there'll only be one comment after E3. It'll just be on all social media, right? On Facebook, Twitter's, right?
Sony won.
PlayStation 1 E3.
Yeah, Sony won.
Sony won.
I'm predicting right now Sony's going to win this year.
Xbox is dead.
I'm predicting it too. I think Sony's going to win. I think Sony has some crazy fucking shit up their sleeve. I don't care. I don't give a fuck how many teraflops the Xbox Scorpio has. Fucking Sony is going to make some crazy fucking trailers, and they're going to be like, this game. They're going to like release some crazy fucking trailer for a game that no one's heard about, some crazy indie game that everybody's been waiting for. And then they're going to be like, available next week. And everybody's going to agree. And then they're going to be like, next game, The Last of Us 2, available in November. And then they just do like all this crazy shit.
In the audience, just punching people in the face and shit, just for no reason. just to make it more like gritty.
More crazy, dude. Yeah, it's going to be a crazy, like, pretty crazy thing.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
PS5.
Yo, Sony 2017.
PS5, 10 teraflops, dude. I'm calling it. 10 teraflops.
They will definitely
We're going all VR on everything.
They're going to have 10 teraflops, VR, AR, ZR, DR, DVR, VCR.
AR, ZR, all the R's.
VCRs, all the R's.
All the flops.
They got all the flops, all the R's.
The most powerful console in the world, people.
Number one, bitches.
Yeah.
And then here comes Nintendo with their fucking Switch XL.
Yeah.
2 flops.
They'll show more Death Stranding, God of War, and The Last of Us 2. All that shit.
They're going to have Hideo Kojima up there speaking in Japanese with the translator. And no one's going to understand what the fuck he's saying. Not even the translator's going to understand what he's saying.
Today I make best game. I make best game you ever see. Also starring Daryl from Walking Dead. It's going to be some random ass game.
It's going to be Hideo Kojima on stage, dude. I'm not even kidding. They're going to bring that fucker on stage. They have to.
Oh, yeah.
They have to. He's like the biggest name they have right now in their fucking pocket is him.
I spent many years studying human face. I used human face to create the best game. Today I show you the game.
That's how he talks
It's gonna
too.
be like some guy naked in a puddle of mud, like swimming, like he's swimming in a swimming pool, but only in the mud.
That's how.
And then
dude, that's how
there's gonna be a mushroom cloud.
Yeah, there's gonna be some crazy shit like some soldier walking around holding a fucking crazy gun and. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird game, dude.
And then like alien thing's gonna pop out of his chest.
Yep. And then he's gonna like ignite on fire and be a fireman.
And then in the fire plume, it's just gonna say PS5 coming.
10 teraflops.
2018.
And there's gonna be a chick who shows up in a business suit. She rips her top off, right?
Yep.
She's in like a lingerie.
And she's your sniper. And they called her loud because they can't call her quiet anymore. So they call her loud. And you'll be good. Yeah. You'll be good.
It's gonna certainly be interesting. I'm gonna have a fresh bags of Doritos and beer.
Hideo Kojima don't fuck around, bro. Hideo Kojima does not fuck around. That fucker uses every part of his imagination when making a video game. I played fucking Metal Gear. Played Metal Gear Solid 5. In the first hour of that game, you realize how batshit crazy that motherfucker is. You're in a hospital, you wake up, and then they let you edit a face. You edit your face like how you want it to look, like custom as fuck. No matter how you edit it, you're always going to end up looking like fucking Snake. And then you try to escape the hospital, and there's a guy on fire walking around killing people. Like he's on fire, like his whole body's on fire. He's running around killing people. There's soldiers. It's just fucking a crazy game.
How much have you played of that game? I've never played it.
That game is fucking batshit
I played that
crazy.
first one, like that
Phantom
DLC or whatever.
That? Ground Zero or some shit like that.
Ground Zero. I played that.
Yeah, that's the prequel, right? Like the prison.
Yeah, that's the
level.
only one. Well, I mean, I played Metal Gear on PS1.
All right, so
years ago.
On this game, I got pretty far into the beginning part of it. I no way near finished it, but I did get pretty far into the beginning of it. And yeah, dude, that game just there's parts where there's zombies coming out at you. There's dead zombies. There's like a squad called like the Death Squad or something like that. Is like 4 or 5 ghost soldiers. They'll fucking destroy you. They kill you so quickly if you don't run away from them. And like there's a part in that game where like in the beginning of it, you're like cruising and you're in the middle of the desert. You just did this mission. You feel all good about yourself, and like you're calling your helicopter for extract, and then your helicopter's like flying in. Then you hear your helicopter flying in, and then all of a sudden your helicopter turns away, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, boss. There's a storm coming in, and you're gonna have to hightail it out of there." So then you see like a storm coming in, and like this fog, and you're like, "What the fuck? I'm in the desert. Why is there fog?" And then everything turns dark. And then everything's like really dark around you. And all of a sudden you see these 3 soldiers pop up. They look like ghost soldiers. And they pop up And I was like, oh, I'm going to shoot these guys. So I walked up towards them and I shot at them. And then, like, it did the little intro scene for them. And it was like, the Death Squad or some bullshit name that they have for them, like the Ghost Squad or something. And they fuck you up. I thought I could kill them. I thought you were supposed to fight them. No, you're supposed to run away from them. So
Okay.
I learned that like 4 times dying in a row. I got on my horse and ran away from them, and they chase you down, and then you get away, and then it's desert again. All of a sudden, everything's clear and perfect. You could do anything you want in that game. And that game is literally open world. Do whatever the fuck you wanted. You could be in a cardboard box. You could be.
Man, it's all about in Metal Gear. It's all about the cardboard box.
Dude, you'd be in a
That's
cardboard
where I
box.
want to be spending my time.
You know what? I was gonna buy this game. I was gonna buy this game again this week for like it's $20 on Xbox Live digital.
Yeah.
And I was gonna buy it just because this game is so batshit crazy. It's like it has all the guns, it has the good shooting mechanics, the beautiful it's a beautiful game, dude. But it just goes batshit crazy out of nowhere. You'll be doing a mission and it feels like a fucking Ghost Recon mission or something. And then out of nowhere, the game turns into some fucking fantasy, fucking weird magic shit happening, fucking lightning coming out of the sky, and crazy giant monsters come out of nowhere. It's pretty fucking nuts.
You know what? I'm going to save my money for Tuesday and get
Metal Gear.
No.
Get Metal Gear, bro.
Brink's going to get it. What's that game, Brink?
Surge.
The Surge, yeah. That looks sick.
Bet you the Surge won't be as good as Metal Gear.
Surge will be
Say that.
sick.
I'm telling you right now, Gunny.
Man,
Metal Gear, bro. Metal Gear.
I think at E3, I forgot about this. I think Microsoft will show a next iteration of the Elite controller.
How more elite can they make it?
It's the Elite controller. And I think Sony will show
add more paddles to it.
As well, I think Sony will show a new controller. I mean, because that's something they cannot release a new PlayStation this year, but they can release a new controller this year that everyone can be hyped about. You know, so they're gonna show this sick new controller. Just watch.
So
it's gonna be sick.
So Xbox is gonna release an Elite controller.
An Elite, yes. And what will Sony's be called? It'll be called the
Pro or
Dual
Shock Gear.
Dual Shock
the
Turbo.
The
Dual Shock Turbo Elite. No, they can't say Elite. The Dual Shock Turbo Pro 420
Deluxe.
Yeah.
Deluxe.
Yeah, and they'll have like paddles and all that shit. It's gonna be dope. It'll be dope shit.
I think you're hot.
And they're gonna show that zombie with like the that looks like The Walking Dead, and there's like 18 billion zombies. Yeah, they're gonna show the shit out of that too, and they're gonna be like, it releases in like 3 weeks, bitches.
I think it'll come out this year.
Yeah,
Days Gone.
So
yeah. That game looks good.
I don't know what's so good about it. It's just zombies.
People like zombies.
I like zombies. I think that game looks amazing.
But, I mean, they already got The Last of Us. Those are zombies. Now you're gonna tell me.
And they're gonna want to compete with what's that exclusive Xbox zombie game?
Dead Rising.
Well, no.
No.
The other one.
What other one?
Oh my God!
State of Decay.
Yeah, they're gonna want to compete with State of Decay.
But State of Decay is like a complete.
State of Decay 2.
State of Decay 2 is a completely different type of game.
And that's very indie.
From what Days Gone is. Days Gone seems to me like a. Days Gone seems to me like a first-person or third-person shooter, like action game. You run around doing missions.
That sounds more fun than State of Decay.
State of Decay is like a survival game. Like you have to go scavenge for shit. And yeah, there's zombies you kill, but 90% of the time you're building up your base and getting survivors and doing stuff.
And there's
like
no
that.
cutscenes.
I don't think
there's no cinematics. I don't know. Maybe with that, like
maybe the new one will have
something
it.
Where Microsoft probably gave them a lot more money because they saw how successful it was with State of Decay. So
I don't know.
That game looks like shit on you.
That first game was pretty fun though. It was as shitty as it was and as shitty as it looked. It was still like a decent game, and the mechanics they had going for it was very addicting. I played that fucking shit.
I got into it big
played
time.
so much. Yeah.
That's fine, but here's the thing. It's a very niche or niche. How do you say that? Niche. It's a very niche sort of game, okay? And I feel like Microsoft is really trying. I may not be. I don't know. But I feel like Microsoft is really trying to stick this out there as like this is going to be the big exclusive of 2017. But it's too niche for that. There's too many people who's like, that game doesn't look like it's for me. I don't want to manage a bunch of people and have to deal with building fortresses. And
what if they add a mode in the game where it's just you run around killing hordes of zombies?
I don't know it, but I don't know.
Like that.
Maybe. Yeah. The game was sort of neat, but it certainly wasn't for me. I wasn't really feeling it. I like something like Dying Light a lot more, or Left 4 Dead a lot more than I like State of Decay.
I really wish Valve would just fucking make another Left 4 Dead, dude.
Yeah, dude, that'd be. Hey, maybe that's the AAA exclusive.
Maybe that's the one.
Gonna have,
yeah, because they had it on. They had both the exclusives on Left 4 Dead, the first one and the second one, right? They were exclusive to Xbox.
That'd be sick, man. Because Left 4 Dead is a dope ass game.
I saw it on PC, but maybe it was a time deal.
They were console exclusive to Xbox and then PC as well. But now they could do it on the Windows 10 store and the Xbox One. Play anywhere, dude. Yeah. Holy shit! Mind blown, Brink. We uncovered it first, guys. Left 4 Dead 3 is coming to Xbox One.
We dug in the dirt.
Play anywhere.
Revealed this to you.
Super scientific team of horrible gamers has just brought you the truth. Through all this knowledge, we put our brains together and come to the conclusion that Left 4 Dead 3 is coming for Xbox.
Xbox first.
You heard it here first.
Play anywhere, Xbox first.
Xbox semi-exclusive. Play anywhere first. On Xbox and
stuff. Guys, I don't have any more news. This is always, I always say this, but this is like the truth. Like every fucking year before E3, there's no fucking news. There's none.
Wait a minute. There's some more news you left out.
There's one more big piece of news. If you have not bought Alan Wake.
This isn't the news.
Well, then, this is the other one. You got another piece of news. I have this news.
Okay. More news.
If you haven't bought Alan Wake, guys, I recommend that you buy it before Monday, because Monday they're pulling it from stores. They're pulling it from the digital store on Xbox, on PlayStation, or it's on Xbox exclusive, right? So they're pulling it from the digital store on Xbox and from store shelves due to music licensing issues that they have with the game. Supposedly, they're saying they're going to work on renegotiating those licenses, but you never know if they'll do that or if it's worth it.
Kanye West in there or something?
Yeah, I know. I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't remember being any real
popular.
And maybe it's just some fucking guy they used, like some dude that's like fucking classical music player or some shit that like, hey, you guys made a lot of money off of that game. I want more money now, motherfuckers. And like,
I spent all my money on hookers
and they're like, sorry, dude, we don't want to give you more money. We already sold enough copies of this game, and we're not planning to sell anymore. So we're gonna just pull it.
I think everyone who didn't already own Alan Wake got their copy when they bought Quantum Break.
True, or something like that. Or the Games with Gold? Wasn't it Games with Gold or something? Quantum Break.
Yeah, and it was a Games with Gold. So yeah, there's that.
And I don't know if I missed it. I don't remember it being a Games for Gold because I don't think I own it.
Okay, well then maybe it wasn't. But I know that the last time I bought that game was on disc, and it was like
I never played that game.
Yeah,
a few years ago, and it was like $20.
I still have it,
and I bought it brand new on Amazon for $20. So you could buy this game like brand new for $20 and use that GameStop product for like $12.
All I know is go ahead.
And I don't know if it's gonna apply to used game sales. This shelf, like pulling this game from the shelf. I don't know if like GameStop is gonna pull theirs from their used inventory. I don't think they should, because it doesn't affect the publisher when they sell that, right? It's their property. They're reselling it, and they're making the money off of it. Right?
Maybe it's a marketing gimmick, and we're going to see copies of Alan Wake on eBay for like $2,000.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about going on Amazon right now, overnighting every fucking copy I can of Alan Wake.
I'm gonna go sell my disc
and resell it on eBay for $3,000 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
Only 300 available, guys. For fucking $4,000 a piece. That'd be legit.
I'm gonna run down to GameStop tomorrow morning, buy 4 brand new copies, whatever they got in stock, right?
Whatever.
You should rob the GameStop at gunpoint.
Whoa. No, we should not rob
For the Alan Wake discs.
No,
Yeah.
you should not. No, we don't recommend you rob the GameStop at all. Guys.
I mean, I'm just trying to spice up your life, okay?
What does
Gotta live a little, Jesus.
What does Brink have for news?
You haven't heard the big news that BioWare is slimming down and they are putting the Mass Effect franchise on ice until further notice, because there was so much backlash when Andromeda released that they say, well, maybe we're done.
Well, so Brink, so what do you think this stems from? I think this stems from the fact that Tom Taylorson was on the Horrible Gamers podcast a week ago. Yeah. And I think he just hit rock bottom by coming on the show and talking to us. And
I think
it's our fault.
I think there's nothing they can do. I mean, I think no matter what they did for this game, it would have pissed a bunch of people off.
Yeah, personally.
The game sort of died by itself. It's not so much that they fucked it up as people just refused to accept another one. Like, whether they went a whole new direction or whether they stayed with Shepard, people were still going to be pissed about it, and that's just the way it is.
You know what, Brink?
It's just not meant to be.
I agree, and we knew this from the beginning. I knew this from the time they announced Mass Effect Andromeda, that they weren't going to piss people off left and right, dude, because it's just a beloved series.
Exactly, yeah. When you have a series like that with such a hardcore fan base, it's impossible to continue. It really is.
Think if this year fucking 343 Studios was to announce a new Halo with a new Spartan instead of Master Chief.
Oh god.
And they were like
total flop.
And they would be like, this guy is like the new Spartan. Master Chief is doing something else right now. People would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? We better bring Master Chief back.
Okay, and let's look at the other scenario. 343 this year's announced new Helix with Master Chief. People say, oh my god, I'm so sick of Master Chief. Why do they have to bring back and keep rehashing the same old shit? See, there's no way you can win. There's nothing.
But with Mass Effect, the problem was that when they finished Mass Effect 3, they did say it was like the ending of Mass Effect. But everybody knew they were going to make another game. I knew they were going to make another game. I don't know. Maybe if they reboot the franchise again.
Just let fucking Shepard die in your memories. It was a great experience. It's over with. You can never relive that nostalgia again. It's done. Okay? Keep it in your mind and smile when you think of it. But as far as with what they had to work with, they did a fucking good job. They had to reboot the whole damn thing. They did a good job. You fucking reboot the whole damn thing. See how good you do.
I will.
And you know what? I just want to put a different spin on that, Brink. And that is, if you want to relive it again, go play it again.
Don't tell me how to live my life, Benny. Don't tell me how to live my life. How dare you? How dare you?
Right now, you just start from 1, Mass Effect 1.
Should I start from... If I was to replay it, I think I would start from Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 1 is just too shitty for me to play.
What? Mass Effect 1 is awesome. That's blasphemy.
I'm tired of that.
Okay.
No, but okay. See how I would reboot Mass Effect right now. Like if I was BioWare and like my boss told me, Jesus, fuck this.
Reboot this shit.
Fuck this writer shit. It's not gonna work. I need you to bring back Shepard. How I would do would be the following. I would make it to where the game opens up with the grandpa telling the story to the little boy again. Remember how that happened in Mass Effect 3, right? The grandpa was like, all of his was just a story that he told his grandkid or whatever. I would open it like that. and I would open it with the kid telling the story to his son. So like now the kid is an adult or whatever, grandparent, or he's a dad now, and he's telling the story with the grandpa dude to the little boy, to like a little boy or whatever. And then bring back Shepard, like another fucking crazy thing Shepard did. I forgot to tell you this whole crazy shit Shepard did. And then make Shepard do some other crazy shit. Something, bro.
I love it.
Or I think that's how they should have opened this game up. Mass Effect Andromeda. I think they should have just had like the little boy and the grandpa finishing up the story about Shepard, and the kid being like, "No, Grandpa, I don't want to go to bed yet. Tell me another story." And then they're like, "Oh, well, this one time Andromeda, I went to Andromeda and this happened and blah blah blah," and like just having crazy.
I think
stories,
the issue is they left the Milky Way. They decided to stay in the quote unquote Mass Effect universe, but leave the galaxy and I think they rebooted too much.
They went too far
like,
off.
A reboot is fine, but they rebooted too much.
So you think
they should have stayed in the Milky Way, and they should have started a new epic story from a new character in the Milky Way with all the same stuff intact. Like maybe the main protagonist now was like an Asari, and this Asari is badass, and there's an epic story to tell about this Asari. Like you didn't have to leave. You didn't have to leave everything behind.
I sincerely miss the was the Quarians? Is that the one that Tally is with all her people?
Quarians, yeah.
I miss those motherfuckers. I was like, when the fuck are those guys going to show up?
They were very interesting. Yeah.
They're like a weird race because they're like fucking machine, half fucking alien species that died off almost.
Yeah, and that's another thing. It's like, okay, Mass Effect is really far out, but we can sort of still relate to it because it's still in the Milky Way. We recognize the names of some of these star systems. Like we can sort of connect to it. In Andromeda, we can't connect to none of that shit. It's way too far out there. Like
no one knows what fucking.
It doesn't have that place in our heart, like Mass Effect and the Milky Way does.
That's true, and I feel like Mass Effect did really tug at our hearts because at the same time, like. Do you guys remember those commercials for Mass Effect 3 when they had like the people like in the city chilling like in New York City, and all of a sudden the fucking Reaper comes down and starts fucking everybody up, and everybody's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
But I wish I remembered those. That sounds awesome.
Look up those commercials like a Mass Effect 3 like launch day commercials or like N7 day commercials.
And you hear,
yeah, you hear, and then they had like real live actors, and then they had like these people like all like hanging out like on New York Times Square, like taking pictures and selfies, and like they look up and like this fucking Reaper thing is coming down, and then you see like the N7 soldiers trying to fight back against the fucking Reapers, and then you see Commander Shepard and you see the Normandy coming in and fucking everything up, and like. Those commercials are fucking cool. We could relate to that, man. But like, you're right. We cannot relate to the fucking whatever system Andromeda is and
the feels, dude. The Normandy. There was something special about the Normandy. There really was.
There was.
Yeah.
I missed the Normandy, dude.
So we need a proper Mass Effect 4. That's what it sounds like.
Just bring back. You know what? Keep the old crew. Bring on a new fucking Spectre human guy, Spectre person.
Or even, I mean.
Girl.
Okay, screw Andromeda. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody ever gave a shit about Andromeda. Bring us back to the Milky Way in the lore and the story we know. And maybe every now and then we reconnect with an old character. We don't have to have the same crew. Maybe we reconnect with them in a way, but like just keep us back where we're comfortable. That place we know and
run
love.
into them once in a while.
Like, maybe keep us home.
We'll run into Garrus in the Citadel once in a while, and he's up there doing this thing now. He's an old guy.
Hired now with them or something. Okay,
he's got a cane.
Yeah, he's all old now. He's doing
it's
some.
Like, oh, Garrus died 300 years ago. Fuck that guy. It's like, well, but we loved Garrus. Like, I don't get. Like, why would you do that? That's fucked up.
And like, really? I guess I miss those people. And like, we would definitely see that one, the blue chick. What was the blue chick's name?
Yara.
Yeah, we would see her definitely because they live for like 1,000 or 3,000 years. So we would definitely see her again. We would probably even have her on some of the missions. You know what I mean? Like, You can have all these characters live for like 500 fucking years. They all tell you this. They're like, oh, you humans live such a short time. We live for like 1,000 years.
Even Krogan.
Yeah, the fucking Krogans live for like ever. You could have
Which,
like
by the way,
Drac.
he was possibly the coolest character in Mass Effect Andromeda, just because he was such a connection to the Milky Way, because he was alive during everything that happened.
That was Drac, right? In Mass Effect Andromeda, and then in Mass Effect the trilogy, he was Rex, right?
Well, he wasn't, but like,
it was a different. The Krogan was
the original
Rex.
game. Rex, and then
his son, right? He had like a
the
dude.
second one, that there's the tank bred Krogan, who is
the blue guy.
Fuck, what the hell's his name? Can't remember.
His name? What's his name, Gunny?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
There's Rex in the first one, and then wow, why can't I remember this?
I don't remember it either. Shit. There's someone listening to us right now like, you fucking idiots. Is this name?
It's hard when you're on the spot.
Yeah, it's hard when you're on the spot. Yeah, you fucking asshole person listening. Anyways, yeah, man. Like I really think Brink, they really are gonna try to kill off Andromeda and just act like it never happened. The next Mass Effect game, and the next Mass Effect game is going to be like another game in the Milky Way, maybe even based with the same kind of Normandy crew. And maybe you're just the new N7 guy coming on as a human Spectre or whatever. Because they have to replace Shepard with the new Spectre, right? There always has to be a Spectre for each race.
Meet Shepard's son.
They're going to have to replace...
People want to be a Spectre. I think people really like that. And I do.
The idea of a Spectre...
it was really freaking cool to be
That's the reason you're a Pathfinder in the new Mass Effect, because you're like the top dude. No one can tell you what to do. You're like your own boss. That's the point of it, right? So, like, I think they would have to, like, say, like, oh, like have a funeral for Shepard, or do whatever you do for him, whatever. Have people fucking cry for him. And then, like, have the Normandy crew welcome the new Spectre onto their crew and be like, hey, dude, you're going to be part of the crew now. This is your crew, the Normandy, whatever. You're a Spectre. Go fuck shit up. Go fuck the Reapers up.
I really liked Andromeda, but I feel like this conversation is making me like it less.
I really enjoyed Andromeda.
You're making me not want to buy the game.
No.
Why did they disconnect themselves so much from the original Mass Effect?
Because they needed to move forward.
Why that much?
They needed to move forward. And I personally don't think Brink, and I... This is like a real thing right now. I don't think that the team at BioWare that was tasked with making the new Mass Effect, if they were to bring back the old crew, I don't think they would have done a good job like the fucking AAA team did back in the day with the original series. Because you got to realize that the dev team working on Mass Effect Andromeda was like the C team. It was like the back team BioWare has. You know, it wasn't like the AAA team like it was for Mass Effect 3 or Mass Effect 2. You know, like those were like the main team, like the top dudes working on that game and those games.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen this game just get mixed reviews.
But I really like this game.
It's
I'm not gonna lie, it's a good game. It's fun. It's a Mass Effect game. It's Mass Effect-y. It has the decisions and all that. I just personally, I kind of miss the Paragon system, to be honest. I really enjoyed that in Mass Effect. Where, like, you really could see the consequences of being bad or good. Like, not really, but I mean, it'll tell you, like, hey, dude, you're being a real dick. Like, you're going more this way than this way, man. You need to chill the fuck out, you know? And,
they said they wanted to get rid of that because they wanted people to feel like they can make their own choices. But
I was like,
I liked making choices.
based off of that, because I would know it.
Good or evil.
Yes, because I knew it was good or bad. It's
as simple as that. Like, I enjoyed that. I don't care if it's vague and exactly what I would say.
You know what, Brink?
I'm playing a game.
This conversation makes me want to go back and play Mass Effect 2 and like. I think I already bought the DLC.
You wouldn't regret it, I promise you.
I already bought the DLC for Mass Effect 2. That was like the one where you make the choices of Mass Effect 1.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna play that.
That's cool.
And I'm gonna play Mass Effect 2 again, and I want to play Mass Effect 3 because I know I really love Mass Effect 3. I want to play those games, and I want to see how it compares to my experience with Mass Effect Andromeda. Because I think the reason I really enjoyed Mass Effect Andromeda was because I haven't played the old ones in such a long time that I really missed that series. I really missed the Mass Effect world. And Mass Effect is the one RPG that can pull me in so fucking hard, dude, because like it has guns and shit. You know, like it's fucking cool,
and I
man.
love that with when I played Mass Effect 2, I didn't know what the Renegade Paragon system was. So when those were first popping up, I mean, this was probably before I was connected to social media, and I was like, what happens when I press the right trigger? I don't understand, you know?
Yeah.
So then it finally dawned on me. I'm like, okay, I see what's going on here. The red means kill him or knock him out.
when you punch the reporter for asking you a stupid question, like press right trigger and you punch her in the face, like bitch.
In Andromeda, the reflex actions you could take
are very stupid.
They meant nothing.
Yeah.
They changed nothing in the big picture. Like what?
There was spoilers real quick. There was the one where you shoot the AI. What does that do? Just kill it?
I killed it. Yeah,
I didn't.
You shoot it and it's over. They're like, okay, it's dead, and then you never hear about it again. It's
like for me, I kept the AI, and then I beat the game completely. And at the end of the game, I went to Sam Node or whatever because we're repairing Sam Node to come back. So I went to go do like the little extra side missions at the end of the game. I came back to Sam Node, and the fucking AI was gone. And like, it's not like Sam was like, "Hey, Pathfinder, the other AI got stolen by the cat." It's like, no, he just like doesn't like acknowledge that she was ever there. It's like, dude, what the fuck? You had like an AI buddy with you, and now she's gone, dude. Where the fuck did she go? You know, like, no story. Where she went? Nothing.
Huh.
And then fucking the other decisions you had to make with the right trigger was the one where you're in who's that? Vetra's. You're in Vetra's loyalty mission, and the last part where you have to like put down your gun, and as you're putting down your gun, you just shoot if you press the right trigger. What happens if you put down the gun? You just give up?
Probably the same damn thing that happened if you shot. I mean,
it's like no difference.
Whether, like, when you first meet Sloane, whether or not you decide to grab the gun out of the guy's hands and point it at her and be like, I'm a badass.
Yeah.
Or to just let it happen, nothing changes. You can still choose later on to save Sloane or to not save Sloane. Like it I don't know. It just nothing seems as important.
Yeah.
As it did as before. And it's weird because I truly did love Andromeda, but yes, it didn't hit on the same notes as the trilogy did.
And I never felt that the Ket were as big of a threat as the Reapers.
No, the Ket were.
To me,
felt very generic.
They're just they're just aliens running around trying to survive. That's what I felt like. And I felt they were like us, but in their own way. You know what I mean? Like they're just trying to survive, dude. Because even like at one point, spoiler alert, everybody. At one point, one of the dudes tries to make a deal with you to help you out, and you're like, "Fuck you, you're a cat, bitch." But in my head, I was thinking, this guy's trying to help me kill his own friend. Like, maybe he's just like us. You know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah, the cat are just dudes chilling, right?
Yeah, they're just doing their thing.
The Reapers are destroying all life in the entire galaxy.
They don't give a fuck. They're just killing everything.
Yeah. Like, the stakes are vastly different.
Yeah, totally,
and you really feel the difference. It's crazy.
Sorry, we're spoiling the game for you, Gunny. It's just the truth.
Hey, so to wrap this up, guys, this discussion, where do you see this series going with them? Just kind of like now they're kind of down to a skeleton crew as a support company. Do you think it'll just kind of fade away?
I really, really hope that they already have all the DLC sort of squared away, and we will get some story DLC. Otherwise, that's gonna suck. I'm gonna play the game one more time.
Are we gonna be surprised at
E3
E3 and just like boom, the new Mass Effect coming out?
Oh, no,
2019.
There's no chance. There is no chance that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think maybe we'll get a little DLC, probably not as much as we were hoping for, and that when we finally hear more Mass Effect, they're gonna go back. They're gonna go back to the original trilogy. They're going to bring us back to the Milky Way. They just are. I don't think they're going to continue Andromeda. It was kind of a flop. It really was.
I think it
So
was.
yeah, I
definitely.
think that would win back a lot of loyal fans with a proper Mass Effect 4.
Just imagine E3 of next year and you hear Commander Shepard's voice. This is Commander Shepard.
I'm Commander Shepard. And this is my favorite E3 on the Citadel.
Yeah, there you go. And then fucking bam, everybody's gonna go fucking crazy and like.
Yeah, they'll start crying. Oh my god! It's a PS7 exclusive. Oh my god!
Yeah, it'd be fun though. I'm excited, guys. That being said, go listen to the interview we did with Tom Taylorson and the chick who played. I think she did Vetra on. In the game.
Yes,
she did. She did Vetra, and he did Scott Ryder, the main character guy. And
he's up on the feeds.
They're pretty good. They're fucking awesome people, dude. That dude has like a crazy cool fucking voice. And they're awesome people. So go listen to that. You know, and it sucks for them because they're not gonna have that gig anymore. But if they decide to go back, hey, maybe EA sticks to their guns with this and says, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna continue this until it's done.
Yeah.
But they like to make money, and we all know how that works. They'll revive fucking Shepard somehow. They revived him once. Yeah, they'll do it again.
They'll bring Shepard back. If they continue with Ryder, I think the sales will just get worse and worse until the game is just any other floppy kind of game.
They don't like him, yeah. They don't want this to become a Dragon Age.
Dragon Age is good, so fuck you.
That game got better. I mean, it was already good, but
I didn't like the last one. That being said, Gunny, do we have any questions from the community?
I saw one. I don't know.
Hold on. First, I want to congratulate Cody Turner on getting married. I was supposed to say this in the beginning of the show. I completely spaced it off until now. But Cody Turner, if you're listening, congratulations on your marriage, man. He's getting married right now. Right now, guys. Like, right the fuck now, he's getting married. And he's having a Zelda-themed wedding. Zelda and Doctor Who-themed wedding.
Yes. Congratulations, Zelda style.
Yeah.
I have the music ready.
Fuck yeah. It's going to be awesome, man. So congratulations to him. That's pretty cool, though. Anyways.
You're screwed, man.
This show is dedicated to you. The Brink Show is dedicated to you and your wedding and your long-lasting marriage.
Everlasting.
Everlasting.
You'll never argue about
ever-loving, everlasting marriage.
You'll never argue about whose turn it is to do the dishes.
You'll never have any issues about whose laundry is that over there.
You'll never fight about whose turn it is to be on top.
Ever.
Nope.
Ever.
It's gonna always be her turn.
She'll always be right.
Oh man, Gunny Chief, questions.
We do have one Facebook question from Dave Rowley. He talked about Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
Made me weep tears of joy with its beauty. Have you ever gotten emotional over a game?
Yes. I'm not gonna fucking lie, guys. When I played The Last of Us and that little girl gets shot, I don't give a fuck who you are. You're gonna fucking cry. I fucking cried like a little bitch. I legit had to pause.
He cried like a little bitch.
I had to pause the motherfucking game and cry like a little bitch. The fucking shot her. The fucking motherfucker shot her. And then I felt bad. I felt fucking terrible, dude. That made me cry.
That was very emotional.
It was sad as fuck, not emotional. They fucking shot his daughter for no reason.
I thought his daughter got eaten by zombies. Oh no, they did shoot her.
They fucking shot her. The fucking soldiers shot her. Spoilers.
That's probably one of the best openings I've ever played in a game.
It's so strong. It's a strong opening that makes you hate those motherfuckers. Shit's real, son. Real quick.
So real, dog.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Brink? Any game that made you cry?
Fuck. I'm trying to think real hard, man. I honestly don't think so. I think the scene you mentioned is probably the closest I mean, honestly, what game is sadder than that?
Yeah,
especially for a father, especially for a father of a daughter. There's nothing.
That's what got me the most. Yeah, I think that's definitely what got me.
I still think about that moment. I still think about that moment when she's going through the house and Daddy,
all nervous and shit. That is like her uncle and shit.
Real.
Like
any dad played that game who's got a daughter, dude, was just tore up. It's just,
definitely.
You can't resist it.
That whole fucking game, yeah. Even with Ellie, dude, like the way you hung out with, like, you fucking like, dude, I want to make sure you make it across the country, motherfucker. Like, we're gonna make it no matter what.
I mean, what other game could possibly even compare
to that? I don't fucking know, dude.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, nothing.
Now that I think about it, nothing. I mean,
that time when you argued with Cortana, I mean,
I got one. I got one, but you guys are gonna laugh at me.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be gay, isn't it?
The Time Master Chief.
It is. You guys are gonna laugh at me.
Master Chief took off his
helmet. When Minecraft first came out on Xbox.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm serious. You gotta listen to this. Okay. I don't know when the hell it was.
2012 or something like that?
Probably. So my kid would have been, I don't know, 6, 7
okay.
years old. And 6 probably. So, all right. So then there was when it first came out, there was no creative mode. You had to do everything legitly, mine for everything.
Yeah.
And so what happened was when we were playing, I don't know if we were on I think we were on 2 different Xboxes, same room.
Okay.
And 2 different TVs. And
same room.
I don't
party.
know yeah. So, no, I mean, we were both over Xbox Live. So,
I know.
when the dogs were first introduced or when you were...
The wolves?
It might have been the wolves. And when you were able to tame the wolves, I think I finally got to a point where I was able to get 3 dog bones, and then you can tame the wolf.
Yeah.
And I was so freaking excited at that point that I was like, oh my God, I got a dog, and he's got a little dog house. And because I was really, playing a lot of Minecraft at the time when it first came out. I thought this game's cool. And I got my little house. I got my doggy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my son came up and immediately set him on fire. And I got fucking emotional.
There's your fucking dog, bitch. Set that motherfucker on fire.
And, to watch, oh my gosh, and then it falls over and then it disappears,
And then
I gotta admit, I had to walk out of
the hell out of your son.
Huh?
And then you just beat the hell out of your son.
Well, he was like giggling the whole time. See, Dad, look, I can just set everything on fire. The trees, your dog, everything, your house,
You looked over and saw the essence of evil.
I was like,
evil.
Satan.
Oh my God, I've spawned a demon.
Oh shit.
He must die.
Satan himself has entered my son.
I don't think I got
Look at
mad
him
or
burn,
pissed off out of
Daddy.
like just a 6-year-old just setting everything on fire. But I was getting a little attached to that wolf. He was my buddy. Because the more times you hit him with the bone, the more hearts go out.
Shut the fuck up.
And he follows you everywhere. I'm serious. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It was like all that fucking hard work. All the hard work I had to go through to get those bones, because you got to collect 3 of them, and they weren't easy to get.
You have to kill the skeletons for those bones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And they don't always drop bones. And you figure this is like, the first month of release. Nobody knew what Minecraft was. So
yeah. That's a very emotional story.
Yeah. And if y'all didn't know, Gunny's firstborn son is actually buried in his backyard. And he's got a very nice little memorial for him and all that. So.
Oh man, that's emotional story there, Gunny. I feel touched.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry. Oh man. Okay. Any next question?
All right. That's good. That's awesome.
That was it. Yes, that was it.
No, we have one more question from last week, guys. If you don't remember, I don't know who it was who asked something about creating the podcast.
It is chlamydia. It is chlamydia.
I'll be right back. You look for that question, Gunny.
When you pee,
keep talking, Brink.
It sort of burns when you pee, and it something just doesn't feel right down there. You should have used a condom. It is chlamydia. So
yes,
I would definitely go to your physician and look into maybe getting a prescription for penicillin or amoxicillin or really some other really strong antibiotic, and just nip that in the butt because it could sterilize you, make you not be able to have children, and that's an important thing to some people. So
yeah, I just recommend keep it in your pants, okay?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's no fun.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
I mean, that's certainly
that was my personal opinion. I'm sorry.
an option.
We're trying to give medical advice.
Yes. Anyways.
Yeah. So.
What the fuck was that?
Jesus fell out of his head. Too much
He's making weird nachos or something. If you listen in.
I think it's popcorn. I hear a microwave.
No, he he suddenly got the drunk munchies. I guarantee he's in there making the weirdest nachos right now. He's probably got a bunch of Doritos and Velveeta cheese and ham, shredded up lunch meat ham.
I like his Star Wars posters.
All right.
Jesus, did you just kill something? What was that noise?
What?
Yeah, we heard some clanging and some shit banging around.
You guys heard that all the way up here?
Yeah, what the hell's going on?
I was downstairs over there across the house.
Making some weird nachos, huh?
No, I was driving.
Oh, I had nachos today at Chili's. They were okay.
Got the question, Gunny?
I don't have it in front of me, but I believe that question was, because they got deleted from the last one. That question was, how did we all meet?
No, the question was, how did Horrible Gamers get started? So now, guys, we're going back, way back machine here. And I have a perfect person on this show to answer that question with me. And you too, Gunny. Brink of Eternity. You remember back in 2014 when we were talking about starting a podcast?
Mm-hmm.
How did we get started? How did we all get together to start this crazy show?
It'd be sweet, man. What if we made a podcast, man?
Totally, dude. Totally,
we can talk about games.
Talk totally and, all the games.
Yeah, and we can
you like games?
Yeah, I like games. Maybe we should talk about them on a podcast.
That's kind of how it started.
That's pretty much it. I mean, it's not an interesting story at all.
Oh no, it was. Yeah, we actually got together because this podcast started in March of 2014. So we got together late February, mid-February. We started getting all the people together. So you were one of the first people I got with me, right, Brink? I was one of the first people.
Yeah. I remember playing Titanfall. I don't know if it was the Titanfall beta or the actual game, but I remember just playing that game and talking about it.
Yeah, we talked about it quite a bit in parties.
Podcast, man. And also, we played a lot of Battlefield 3 and shit.
Yeah, we played with Tragic and stuff. And me, you, and Tragic would always be like, hey, we should start a podcast. Finally, one day, I got you, Tragic, Iams, and fucking Rob or Captain Hook all into one group message and was like, hey, motherfuckers, we're starting a podcast.
Yeah.
And you guys were like, okay.
All right. And then the first episode was the weirdest fucking shit and you ever heard.
We literally took a few weeks to get everything going. We had to get everything together. We had to come up with the fucking name. That took us the longest time. Remember that? We couldn't come up with the name.
Oh man. And the name, honestly, the name is not the greatest.
Yeah, we saw we were just all drunk one day. Horrible Gamers is pretty good.
Yeah. I remember when you guys first announced it on Facebook. That was through this Xbox Live.
Yeah.
And I was I laughed at that. I was the Horrible Gamers. What a joke.
Yeah. I honestly still don't like the first time we ever all played together. I don't even understand how that came to be. Like, it's like we just suddenly were playing together. I don't remember making a post on an Xbox Live or anything and being like, "Hey, you want to play a game?" Like, it's just suddenly we were all in a party.
Yeah. I think it just came from us all playing with, like, Brun, we played Battlefield, like, I would play with him Battlefield, you would play with him Battlefield, and, like, maybe one day we were all playing and he left, and then we just stayed together in a party.
Yeah,
and
that could be.
And I think I just added you as a friend and, like, hey, let's play sometime. All right, let's play sometime. And then we just fucking, every time I saw you online to play Battlefield, I'd be like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to invite him to play Battlefield. And then Tragic, I don't even know how we got together with Tragic, because I don't even know where the fuck I met that dude.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Was Tragic not on TXL?
He was, but, like, towards the end, like, he wasn't really there from the beginning. Like, he was there once we told him about it.
Where the fuck did Tragic come from?
That motherfucker came out of nowhere and just became, like, our best friend.
No, Tragic was awesome.
He's a nice
What was his name?
Jacob?
Tragic's a good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jacob Rush.
Yeah.
And I know Rob was a pretty active member in TXL.
Yeah,
I don't know if he still is, but...
So we
But, you missed...
Xbox Live, but...
Yeah, he still plays a lot of games, but you missed that video feed popping up and him just sitting on the couch with his, like, long hair and a ponytail.
His cat fucking sitting there.
A cat behind him.
Oh, man, we miss you, Rob.
And you're like, how you doing, Rob? And
I wonder if he listens to the show.
Fine.
All right. All right.
Fine. Fuck you.
That's exactly him. And then,
fucking hate you.
The King of New Zealand.
I fucking hate you, Jesus. Oh, and then fucking Captain Hook, we got him. I don't even know how we got him to do it. He was just like, hey, y'all.
I got my Keystone Light.
What a ragtag group of people, man.
I got, like, the weirdest motherfuckers together to do this. Oh, man. And then we added IAMS. And then IAMS was like...
IAMS played some Battlefield and shit with us.
Yeah, and, like, we told him, we're like, IAMS...
play console games before he became a PC master
PC
race.
elitist. Yeah, he actually used to be a pretty good... Yeah, pretty avid console gamer. And we told him, like, hey, you want to do a podcast with us? A what? Podcast, man. And then he got together with us. Ah, good old times. And then
was he there?
That's like
was
that,
I
just
there for the first episode?
He was. We were all there.
Yeah.
Captain Hook.
That's right, because I remember... Yeah, I remember you guys re-released that first episode as well.
We did. We released it, like, again on December 2015, a year and a half later.
Yeah.
Because the next... I was like an episode because we missed a week or something for Christmas. And then... so then that happened, and then we ended that show in June... or May 30th or June 1st of last year, 2016, and then a month, 3 weeks into it, I was like, fuck this, I'm fucking keeping it going. Now, for the longest time, I was trying to get Brink to come back, and Brink couldn't do it, and then I just, no one could do it, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. So then I found Canadian Ryan. He was a pretty active member in our group, and he had been on a show before as a guest. I liked him.
And Gunny had been on a bunch of times as a guest.
Gunny had been on a bunch of times as a guest, and, like, IAMS recommended Gunny. That's why you're on here, Gunny, because IAMS recommended you for sure. I was thinking about you.
Shout out to the man.
I was thinking about you, but I was like, I don't know, that weird dude. He's a weird guy.
Well, you didn't know me. I mean, okay, so just to kind of back up, we all met through this Xbox Live. We were all very active in that Facebook
group.
And then you guys were doing a live Saturday night show on Twitch.
Yeah.
And, so that's, just like any, that was, and there was, everybody was active in the chat. And then at the same time, I think you guys were doing the Google chat thing, or
we did that for a little while. Yeah, we used.
We tried different things. We tried
Google
tried YouTube once. That didn't work out for us. We tried Google.
No,
Google's was pretty stable though.
Google's was pretty stable.
Than Skype. It was just more like convoluted. I guess.
It was a lot more work, a lot more weirdness going on. And now Google Hangouts doesn't even exist, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So good thing we switched away from that.
Back to Skype.
Yeah, I like the Twitch when you guys were doing the Twitch, and that was pretty seamless.
I wasn't aware that you still weren't doing Twitch. You don't do Twitch no more?
No, we do Facebook only. Facebook Live on our group, on our page.
So it's a
Which is
live video,
easy.
live interaction.
It's easy to do it. I mean, you just have people on Facebook go on there and watch.
You have all your, the people that follow you on there. It's great.
But yeah, Gunny, we got you, and then Eric Smith was recommended to me by Gabe Olea from the Uncanny Expos podcast, which doesn't exist anymore. I asked Gabe, like, do you want to do it? And he was like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not really a gamer. I'm more of a nerd of comics and stuff like that. He was like, but that Eric guy on my podcast, he really wants to talk about video games. And I was like, he really wants to talk about video games, huh? So, and I ended up Skyping with Eric for like half an hour, and we were just talking. And I was like, look, man, I need someone who's like really into video games, really likes to do this shit, just wants to get on the podcast and talk about video games. And then he was like, yeah, I fucking love video games. And then it turns out he only likes Gears. So there's
I really like Gears games. That's what he was saying. You just didn't hear.
I didn't understand him. So then there's that. And then Canadian, Canadian is a cool guy. So we have him. If y'all didn't know, Canadian is actually the producer of this show. He gets it all together and makes it sound nice for you guys. But yeah.
He does the Facebook thing live.
He does a lot of shit.
Yeah, he does.
Fuck. Well, all we do is show up. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I mean, the show's been going on now for 3 years. That is fucking crazy to think about.
Yeah.
We hit 3 years this year. Fucking A, man. I didn't think it was going to last. I didn't think it was going to last 6 months, but it lasted.
Yeah, man, it can last.
Damn, you have no faith in us.
Honestly. I mean, nobody listens anyway.
Yeah, nobody listens. I can just talk about whatever.
Forever. Yeah,
talk about whatever I want. Anyways, that's the story of the Horrible Gamers podcast.
And the Trisky.
Oh, dude, you remember Trisky? I remember Trisky. I'm playing the Trisky. Like, what were you playing, Captain Hook? The Trisky.
Yeah.
Fuck
Watch
y'all.
me light this shit on fire.
I hate y'all.
I hate y'all. I hate y'all. I heard that all the time.
Jesus, I hate y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Hook was just so easy.
You're so awesome, dude. I hate y'all.
Playing some Destiny.
I got all the chests. All the chests.
All the chests.
I'll show you where they're all at.
I hate y'all.
Man, I hate y'all. You know I say that. Can we stop recording soon? I gotta go to bed. Fucking 3 in the morning.
For us and like 3 in the morning for him. He'd be all drunk as fuck.
Are we gonna end the show soon, y'all? Oh shit! Yeah, we miss Captain Hook. Captain Hook was legit, man. That guy's awesome. I miss Rob too, dude. Rob was fucking cool.
Yeah, Rob's a smart dude, and like
Rob was the smart one.
He's a good addition. Yeah,
he was.
He definitely brought his game.
He brought your game, bro.
Even if he was kind of.
He knows his shit, man. If I ask Rob a question, even if it was over the live chat or whatever, like he's got the answer for it.
Yeah, and Rob, he is genuinely enthusiastic about being a gamer.
Absolutely.
Yes. Rob is he's writing a book actually, guys. I don't know if he wants us to promote it, but we're going to. So Rob's book, I don't even know what it's called, but he's writing a book, and if I find out what it's called, I will promote the fuck out of it on here. But he's writing a book, right? He's not done with it though. I don't think he is.
I haven't talked to him in so long.
You remember that, Brink? He told us he was writing a book.
Yeah. That was a while back, though. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to talk about him about the books.
You should have. Have you tried to have him on? You should try and have him on.
I should message. I'm gonna message him today after the show. I'm like, yo, Rob, come on the show sometime, buddy.
Yeah.
We've had Captain Hook on. We've had Iams on. We've had you on. Captain Hook came on for a little bit.
Did he drink Keystone?
No, he drank a little bit. But
he was like sitting in the kitchen in the dark.
Yeah,
you know?
he wasn't
the wife's sleeping upstairs.
Yeah, he was
like
being all proper now and shit. Like, what the fuck happened to the old Captain Hook?
Yeah, weird.
He's like being like all like.
Did he talk about Destiny?
Oh, hey, honey, I'm going to bed soon. Like being all nice and shit. Like, what the fuck, Hook?
Yeah. He'd be like, we'd be doing a show, and he'd be like, "Yeah, like my girl's under the table right now."
Yeah, he would do that shit. He would.
Like, oh, I just left. I know I left for like 15 minutes, but I was getting pleasured. So
that's why he didn't want to be on camera. I see.
Fucking Captain Hook. But yeah, guys, that's it. I'm done. Show's over.
Over. It started out with Facebook and Skype and party chat, and
just
it's kind
getting
of
together with friends, man.
Together.
Like we were all just friends, hanging out, playing games, and like we would always talk about doing the podcast. And finally, one day, I just said, you know what, let's do this. And I just literally got on Facebook and made a group message with all the people I wanted on the podcast, which was these 5 guys. Got them together. All you motherfuckers agreed to do it. I don't know how you guys did it, but you guys agreed to fucking...
It's going to be fun as fuck, dude.
You guys agreed to join me in this fucking crazy endeavor, and we went into it, and now we're here.
I honestly think just different schedules and stuff is what screwed the original. Life is hard sometimes, Devoting several hours to every single Saturday is very difficult.
Yeah. It is, and
I know one thing about it, and I think also like, man, this is really cutting into my game time.
You guys,
but hey, I'm here to talk about games. So.
You guys, that's why I appreciate you guys, Gunny, Eric, and Ryan for trying to be here mostly every Saturday. Looking at you, Canadian, fucking missing time today, and you too, Eric, always gone and shit. But anyways, like you being on here, most of the time. That's hard, man. Like, I know it is hard because I have to deal with that shit, so... Yeah, it happens. But, we'll keep it going as long as we can. Don't worry. We'll be here for a while. Even though Gunny's old.
I'm old, but I ain't going nowhere.
Until Gunny dies, he'll be on here. But
at least 20 more years, right, Gunny?
At any time.
Next one will be taking the chair as a guy to set my dog on fire.
There you go.
Looking like Harrison Ford. And
we'll just replace Gunny with his son, and have the legacy continue. It's all right, Gunny. We'll replace you. Don't worry.
Yeah, you can just hear him talk about Roblox all day.
Minecraft. How you burned your dog.
Yeah, guess what I did to my dad's dog?
Set him on fire. It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Looked like he had something in his eye, though, but.
All right, guys. With that being said, you can always follow our fucking podcast on Twitter @_horriblegamers, and follow us on the fucking Facebook groups. Go to Facebook group or Facebook in the search bar and put Horrible Gamers Community or Horrible Gamers Podcast Community in the search bar, and you'll find our group. Then you'll probably also find our page. You click like on that page, you'll see us go live mostly every Saturday around. We go live anywhere between 6 p.m. Pacific time to like 8 p.m. Pacific time. We'll go live sometime during that time, and then we'll be live until the show's over. And yeah, you'll see us get on there and banter about stuff, and you can chat with us live, and you can chat with the other people that watch us live, and enjoy that. That way, if you want to go ahead and help us out, please leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. We really appreciate it because iTunes is where the reviews need to go. And also, thumbs up on Stitcher. Give us a review on Google Play, on everything you use for the podcast. Just leave us a review on there. We appreciate them. We do read them. We do see them. And we do get notified about them. So we appreciate all you guys that left a review recently. And yeah, guys, we love you. So you can find me, gamertag, Jesus Walks a Lot on Xbox Live. This week I'll be playing more of the City Skylines game, continuing to build Jesusopolis. That's going to be a mega city pretty soon. I feel it. I want to go back and play Mass Effect now that we talked about it so much in this podcast. I want to go play Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. I want to kill some Reapers. And enjoy that. I also probably will want to play some Black Flag. We'll see how all of this turns out next week, as we'll play games. Also, check out Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. It's on Xbox Live, PlayStation 4, PC, all the platforms. If you're looking for a great sniper game, and yeah, that's it. I'm done.
Hey guys, find me on Xbox Live and the Twitter under Gunny Chief, one word. You can also check out look for Ryan Gibb 8777 on Xbox, PlayStation. I don't know his freaking Nintendo Friends code, but he's got the Switch. He's playing it. And Eric, where you find Eric? Epic Irk on Twitter, and what is he on Xbox? Jesus. For Eric Smith.
St. Nicholas.
St. Nicholas, thank you. Playing some Gears of War.
Nicholas.
Brink, do you have a place where they could find you?
Just Xbox Man, Brink of Eternity. Usually just playing Battlefield or Call of Duty or whatever.
That's right.
Mass Effect multiplayer.
You know what, Brink?
Yeah.
Tonight we should get on Battlefield.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. You don't look at the
It's
wife.
like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right now, I don't care. You're gonna stay up till 5 in the fucking morning playing Battlefield.
I will devote at least 5 minutes of Battlefield to you. Jesus. Best 5 minutes you ever.
I want to see Jesus on fire again.
Eagle Squad takes no shit, Gunny. You follow orders, we win.
That's true.
I'll be behind you, duck down low, right? As you take a mortar round.
Guys,
right? And then
find us on Xbox Live. Add us, tell your friends about us. That is the best thing you could possibly do for us. Spread the word about us. Tell your friends, tell your cousin, tell your mother, tell your sister, tell your brother. Everybody. Just tell them all. Tell them all about the podcast. That is the best way.
Everybody.
Yeah.
We have a group on Xbox Live with the clubs, if anybody uses those.
We do have one of those. Who the fuck
Nobody
uses?
does.
No one
Nobody
uses
uses clubs, dude.
It's like they announced that, and there was like a big hype thing, and then like fucking
oh my god!
No one gives a shit.
Nobody does.
I'm part of the club now.
No one cares.
I'm famous.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Phil
Fuck
Spencer.
clubs.
No one gives a fucking shit about your clubs.
Fucking get your
Yeah, the best way to
shit.
interact is on our
Fucking
Facebook group.
stink.
Whoa, Brink, calm the fuck down, buddy. Shit.
I don't know. I was like lost in the moment. I thought we were going off on it. Okay.
You're getting real aggressive towards Phil Spencer right
No,
now. You know, calm the fuck
sorry.
down.
I know. I just got lost. Sorry.
What do we say, Jesus?
With that being said, Gunny, we love you. We love everybody. Peace out, Brussels sprouts, and we'll see you on the next week's edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast.
I'll tell everyone to disconnect from Wi-Fi.
Do it.
All right,
Tell
let me
them
try this.
to get off your potato Wi-Fi. Hey.
Keep talking, guys. Keep talking.
No.
That's the Skype.
Save those
Okay, let's
settings.
go audio.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Say something, Brink.
Ooh, baby.
Alright,
This is gonna be audio only, right? I don't have to worry about what.
No,
I
you
look
can be
like.
naked. You be naked if you want. Take off your clothes. Do it, Brink. Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
On my nipples the whole time.
Tell Becca I said hi.
It's your fault because she's watching the HBO that you provided us.
Want me to deactivate it real quick? I could deactivate it.
Oh, he's deactivated. That'll help. She's gonna punch me in the face, so don't do that. Do you want to rant about it? Like, wait a minute, like a good
Are we
rant?
gonna get mad? Are we gonna
I
yell at
can
each
try and
other?
make it funny, but
You mad, bro? Gunny, you don't have to tell me how to live my life, Gunny.
it was the
You're
crap
clear
out
for
of it.
takeoff, Gunny. You fucking helicopter pilot. That
This is
pussy.
Gunny. I'm coming in for a strafing run. Thank you.
That was very nice.
Makes me
That was smooth, wasn't it?
I almost gave me a boner for a second.
So that's all I do. That's how I get the ladies.
There's no dongle. No, I know you like dongles dangling and dongling in your face. But these have no dongles. They're dongle free.
Dongle free. Dongle free headphones, huh?
And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
I hear little kids in the back.
Stop, you damn kids! Quiet, children. Shut the hell up. We're trying to record a podcast over here.
All right, let me mute. I'll mute.
Good job, guys.
Good show.
Let's go play some Battlefield. You can find them on Xbox Live.
Wrap and
Gamer tag Jesus
Done.
Walks a Lot.
Take it
and,
off. Let's go.
See you next week, guys. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 148, being recorded on May 13th. I fucked that up. Jesus.
Keep it rolling. This is mint.
I fucked that up.
May 13th. Oh, wait. Where the fuck am I right now? What day is it? Jesus, what day is it?
Shit.
Finally Friday.
Seriously, what day is it?
The 13th.
13th.
It's Friday the 13th.
May the 13th. I can't say 13, dude. May the 13th. 13th. I need to phonetically sound this motherfucker out real quick. 13th. 13.
Have you ever just thought about 13th, man? Like, just think about it.
That's such a bitch to say. Gunny, say 13.
13th.
13th?
Say it with the twang, please. It's easy.
She said she was 13. I mean 18.
What?
May the 13th. Real nice. Like, see, I could say it like that. I just...